Evening members, welcome one and all. We all have gathered here for study circle meeting on the topic Code of Ethics revised, and to dwell upon this subject we have auditing and ethics expert CA Vikas Oswal sir. May I call upon CA Pramod Aragade, our vice chairman, to escort the speaker on the dais and welcome him with the floor. I request Vice Chairman to give the welcome address.
Good evening, my esteemed colleagues, Speaker of the day, CA Vikas Oswal sir. Firstly, as we gather together following Deepavali, the festival of light, I am honored to welcome you all as the Vice Chairman of Bangalore branch of SISC for a study circle meeting on the Code of Ethics. And also, I am happy to see a subject like Code of Ethics is having full of all. I know it's for CPE, mandatory requirement is there, but still, because of this mandatory session, I'm happy to see the all full. In the realm of faith, texts like Bhagavad Gita, Bible, Quran serve a moral compasses for millions, guiding believers on the path of righteousness and virtue. Similarly, for us in chartered accountancy profession, ICAI Code of Ethics stands as our guiding light, shaping our professional and ethical conduct. Just as these sacred texts are revered and followed devotedly, the ICAI Code of Ethics is one of the center stones, ensuring that our actions, decisions are grounded in integrity and righteousness. It's our collective responsibility to uphold these standards, ensuring that the trust placed by the society is never compromised. As we reflect upon the lights of Deepavali, let's also illuminate our professional path with the principle enshrined in our Code of Ethics. Many of our discussion today will be enlightening as the festival and help us to internalize these ethical standards in our everyday practice. Thank you for joining this crucial discourse. Together, let's try to make every decision and action a testament of an unwavering commitment to the ethics, much like the guiding principles of the respective religious faiths. Let's embark on this journey with the spirit of Deepavali in our heart and ICAI Code of Ethics as a guiding star. With this, I would like to hand over the task to our secretary.
Thank you, Vice Chairman. Thank you, Vice Chairman. I have a privilege in introducing this speaker, CA Vikas Oswal. Vikas Oswal sir is a practicing chartered accountant. He is a fellow member of chartered accountancy, and he is a company secretary also, and a qualified diploma in systems audit. He has been in practice for 2 decades in auditing, taxation, and company law matters. He is currently teaching auditing to CA students across India. He has published books on auditing for students in CA final and CA intermediate courses. He has presented many papers on auditing, accounting standards on reputed forums across India. He has conducted workshops on auditing standards, corporate governance, accounting standards, and internal auditing. With this brief introduction, I present before you CA Vikas Oswal sir. Over to you, sir.
Very good evening to all the members. Very good evening. Wishing you a very happy Diwali. As I go through Code of Ethics, which is running into 600 pages, always my mind goes into what is relevant here. What is relevant here? What is the thing which a member should be knowing more, which has a high impact on his practice or when he's working in the industry? So I just narrowed down to 20 principles. If we know these 20 principles properly, we can carry out our profession without any fear, without facing any challenges or problem. But these 20 principles we have to follow properly. So I understood that most of the litigation cases are arising because of not complying these 20 principles. That is the first and the foremost thing. Being a teacher, I always look into that what can be summarized down to the easy level, what we can understand. Now first of all, code of ethics. What do we mean by code of ethics? What is the meaning of code of ethics? Or what is the understanding of code of ethics? See, code of ethics is for us as a chartered accountant how a CA should behave or how a CA should conduct in the society. As a chartered accountant, my dear soldiers, what happens is that when you become a CA, it is a great moment. It's like an earth-stopping moment for us actually. When the result is declared and you pass, at one moment the earth stops for you actually here and you become a chartered accountant. When the CA final results are declared, from there our journey starts, and we have lot of responsibilities as a chartered accountant as to how our conduct should be in the society as a practicing CA towards the client, towards the government, towards the all other stakeholders. And that is why they have brought in this code of ethics. Earlier it was known as code of conduct, and then they brought down to code of ethics. What is ethics? How a person should behave with his client, what are his moral principles he should comply with, is what we look into code of ethics. I went to my client's place. He's a supplier of water, so he supplies water, and I was sitting with him, and he has a lot of like 30-40 small autos where he puts the big can of water, like say 25 liters, 50 liters, and he supplies water. And suddenly one customer came actually, customer walks inside the client's place, and the client is just, I say, is a 10th pass and he started business and he's now flourishing very well, he's doing very well. So we had some discussion and now customer walked in. Now when the customer walked in, the customer said that I urgently want 100 cans of 50 liters. So the client said, okay, fine, we'll supply the 100 cans of 50 liters, it is available. Sir, what is the occasion? No, some marriage function is there. Okay, sir, how many people will come? No, around some 200 to 300 people will come, that's it. 200 to 300 people will come, that's it. So are they going to, the client asked him, he asked the customer that, are they going to drink the water, mineral water? Are they going to take bath with the mineral water? The customer said, why are you ordering so much? Too much you are ordering. So now what he says, actually it's not required actually here, it's not required, that much is not required. You just order some small quantity, it's more than sufficient. So how much should I order? He said 25 can is more than sufficient. Then he called some person, he asked him to load 25 can, this guy paid him cash. They put the can in the auto chugged away. I was sitting there watching. I asked him, when he's asking you 100 can, and why are you advising him to supply such a low quantity, 25 cans, when he's already telling that he wants 100 can, why are you supplying less? No, it's not ethical. He used the word ethical. He's not so much educated, but he used the word ethical. Ethical is something which defines your character. You don't have an intention to hurt anybody, you don't have an intention to take advantage. Your basic line character is not a greed. That's what the thing actually done. When I started my practice, I had a very bad habit. Suppose say some client comes with 4 rings in his hand. 1 ring should come in my finger, that's it. That way I should charge him. That was my intention, way of practice. Because how to charge the fees? Okay, chalo, he's very big shot, chalo, charge him high amount. But later I realized that if you follow that, it is not good actually, because if you look at 1 ring coming into your finger, I think another 2 rings will go out of your hand actually. That is what will happen. Punishment happens some other way. So I learned in a very hard way that no, that is not a proper way actually the charging. How do we charge? We charge based on the number of hours we have spent on the client's work actually, plus a reasonable margin. Recently one client said, Oswalji, the fees is very high. Okay, fine, no problem. This is the overheads I have and it's a reasonable margin. This fees is okay. He said, no, it's high. I said, no, I will not compromise on that. That's the thing actually here. So what has happened, that once you stand with your quality of work actually, what happens, my dear members, the client will come back to you. He will definitely come back to you. Bangalore, is a city of opportunity, and now I should not say Bangalore. I mean, sitting here, you are doing a lot of work of abroad and outside. A lot of things are happening in Bangalore. So things have changed a lot actually. And I thought that my practice should be restricted only to Rajajinagar, but now it's not like that actually. Anywhere, any part of India, you can have your client. But now we have to serve the client with ethical manner. That's the thing here. Now there's a great difference between being legal, being lawful, and being ethical actually. Ethical is something which drives your inner force actually. Yes, I have to be right actually. Gandhiji's the three principles, the three monkeys of Gandhiji: see no evil, talk no evil, hear no evil. But as a chartered accountant, we have to be anti towards that principle. We should not follow that principle. We should not follow that principle. That is what I am telling you. See everything, what is evil around you, report it, what is evil around you, talk about it openly to the directors, to the management, to the senior management. This is what is happening now actually here. As a chartered accountant, you cannot just close your eyes and say, I will follow Gandhiji's three monkeys. No, it is not going to help us. So that is why this code of ethics is very much important. What do we want? We want short-term gain. One student comes and tells me, Oswal sir, you give me one principle. You tell me how to become rich in 1 year. It's 1 year I should become crorepati. I said, I don't know. I don't have such principle actually. Nowadays youngsters are so aggressive. Good. You should have that aggression, ambition. Good. But with ethics. With ethics. Shanaihi pantaha, shanaihi kantaha, shanaihi vidya, shanaihi vittam. Shanaihi means slowly. Slowly. Shanaihi kantha means slowly the the cloth when you are stitching, slowly you can stitch the cloth. Shanaihi pantha means when you walk slowly, you can cross the areas. And Shanaihi vidya means slowly you should gain the knowledge. Shanaihi vidya means slowly you should gain the wealth as well. That is what it is actually here. So, having said that, this topic is very much relevant because we have to shield ourselves. One practicing CA was saying that we should protect our client. I said, it's not correct. We should first protect ourselves. We should think of ourselves. What is this? Are we being selfish? No, first we should protect ourselves. I'll go out of the way to protect the client. I'll do anything for the client. A person walks into the CA office and he has made a will. And he gives that will to the chartered accountant. Sir, this is the will I have made. You go through it. Chalo, it's good. Why? Then he said, okay, fine. Why don't you put the signature as a witness? You put a signature as a witness. He signed the will as a witness, but he said that you have not signed the will. No, I'll sign it later. Now that person dies after, let's say, after 12 years. The will is opened. Now only the witness side signature is there. And what happens is that there is no signature of the person who made the will. So only the chartered accountant signature is there. Now what happens is that we take certain decisions with so much impulsive manner that what happens, we don't think that okay, we have to put our foot down and say, boss, you first put the signature, then I will sign as a witness. So we always go in a good faith. Always we go in a good faith. That is the thing actually here. So now the people standing there, you're a negligent person. They ask the CA that how can you sign as a witness without the person making the will, signing the will? How can you sign it? But thank God, the period of 7 years had expired, and because of the limitation, what happened? No action was taken against the chartered accountant. He was able to come out of it actually easily. But this is like a sign, this is like a warning that we should not sign any document just like on an impulsive manner. The ED calls the chartered accountant to their office. They said that we have some query towards you. They asked that who is this client? What is this client doing? Actually, he does not know who is the client. He does not know who is the director of the company. He does not know who is the accountant of the company. Then how did you sign? How did you put your signature on that financial statement? On what basis you signed the financial statement? No, the one tax consultant came. He gave me the document. I signed it. That's it. Now this is the sad thing. What happens are members, dear members, that we are signing any document without knowing who is the client, what are we doing actually. So this is creating a problem. And because of this, what is happening is that they are raising finger towards our profession. How many in 2019, how many statutory auditors they resigned from the company audit? Company audit, resignations are like flowing like anything. If you ask, become an auditor of a public limited company or a listed company, people are scared. They say, no, it's dangerous. Look at section 147 of the Companies Act. If there is a contravention by the chartered accountant, what happens is that you charge him a penalty of 4 times the remuneration, or you charge an amount of say 5 lakh rupees, at least you fix an amount. So they are charging the penalty. But suppose say if there is an intentional contravention by a chartered accountant, they say the penalty will be like say up to 25 lakhs or 8 times the remuneration, plus imprisonment up to 1 year, plus you have to refund your audit fees, plus you have to reimburse the damages to the shareholders and creditors. Looking at this section, who would like to become an auditor of a company? It is like walking on a thorns. That's it. Hey, no, this will not apply to me. It will always be applicable to you, sir. From here to there, it will be applicable to us. What is happening? Suppose say, I am not a part of, let's say, intentional contravention, but suppose say, a person is walking on the footpath and car comes on the footpath and hits that person. What will you do? Now, he was walking on the footpath. So sometimes our time is bad. What will happen? These kind of things may be raised. No, it is an intentional contravention. I was suggesting that why don't you add one more penalty on auditor, that you are asking us to reimburse the damages to the shareholders and creditors. Why don't you add one more clause? You take our personal property also and make us sit on the MG road and we'll do Amma Thai. That also will do. So it is going in that direction. Either have a fixed mindset, we are like this only, we will not change for anything, or have a growth mindset. Okay, this is the thing, this is coming up actually. Let us try to adopt new changes. Let us try to adopt new things in our office, in our practice. Let us do the work in a different way. The problem is that we are stuck in the law of status quo. This only I am doing. I was asking one CA, sir, how do you maintain your documentation? He is a senior chartered accountant. So let me learn something from him. Sir, how do you record the audit procedure? It is here. What about the audit evidence? It is here. What about the conclusion? It is here. Something happens to you. How can you talk like this to me? He became so angry on me. But I was asking that, suppose if something happens to you, you have to maintain documentation for 7 years, SQC1. Now, how will you prove it? That is why these 20 principles, if we comply, at least 80 to 90% time we are safe. And that's what I concluded. I went through the pages and code of ethics. I understood that only these 20 things we have to focus on. If we focus on those 20 things, it's more than sufficient. Now, coming up to, since ICI is a member of IFAC, International Federation of Accountants, so they have International Ethical Standards Board of Accountants. So now, because ICI is a member, they made a major amendment in 2018. Amendment was what actually here, giving more detailed illustrations to a professional accountant that this could be a professional misconduct, please be careful. So what they have done is that they have added more examples. That is what they have done. And ICI said that from 1st July 2020 onwards, let us follow the new code of ethics. That is the thing here. See what happens sometimes, having no knowledge about the new amendment, new change, actually, chalo, it is going on. Because when the scenario may come to you, you never know actually. Like it's like a time bomb. When the bomb will tick off, we never know. That is the thing here. Now, we are governed by a logo, that is a sign, actually, that is our sign. That is Ye Esha Siddheshu Jagrati. So, it is taken from Kathopanishad. And this one, Ye Esha Siddheshu Jagrati, it means that when everybody is asleep, this person is toiling, working very hard to ensure that he gives a quality work. That is what it highlighted actually here. I was asking the other day in a session to students that which is the bird which is under our logo actually, which bird resembles our logo actually. So they said crow. I said what? It's eagle. It's eagle. See what happens, there are certain things we are not aware actually. So like okay fine, it's going on like that. It's eagle. Eagle is sharp, agile, alert, always focused. So now code of ethics is something when we qualify as a CA, what happens is okay, we have to comply with all these ethics. But now because they have done an amendment, they have done a change, we have to re-look into those changes. What are the changes they have done? Now, Code of Ethics, basically they have released 3 volumes, volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, with lot of repetitions of the principle. That's the thing actually here. So that you should not be bothered. You should understand the basics. Once you understand the basics, 80 to 90%, yes, it's over. So you have first of all fundamental principles. Then they talk about professional accountant in service, professional accountant in practice. Then they talk about lot of aspects related to the independence standards. That is what the Code of Ethics at volume 1 talks about. And volume 2 is all about the CA Act 1949. CA Act 1949 has got 2 schedules. There is first schedule and second schedule. This we are reading from long time. Okay, this is going on. But the major changes they have brought in Code of Ethics volume 1 about the fundamental principle, about the professional accountant in service, practice and independent standards. So now let us look into it. Earlier what was happening, they had just a paragraph that requirement. The professional accountant should comply with Code of Ethics. That's it. There was a requirement. But now what they have brought in new Code of Ethics, they have given an introduction to the subject matter. Then they are also giving application material, which is nothing but illustration. As I told you that they have increased the quantum and the number of illustration. They have given different scenarios, and that is a great job done by the CA Institute. So again, what happens is that you come to know that under this scenario, what should I do at least? So it's very detailed in nature that way. Now I was talking about the fundamental principle. First, this is the principle number 1. This is step number 1. Principle number 1. It talks about integrity. As a chartered accountant, we have to be straightforward, we have to be honest, we have to be sincere, there should be a fair dealing, there should be truthfulness. That is what is integrity. My article assistant, he found 16 material misstatement in audit. And what happened, I said, okay, you go and talk to the director, you speak to him, and you tell him that these are the 16 material misstatement. This guy went to the client's office and he just came back. The same day he came back actually and he said, sir, I'm scared, I cannot talk to him. He's such a big person, loaded with suit, good, he comes in Audi. So what actually here? Talk to him. Talk to him directly actually here, but in a very polite manner. You should not say, hey, oh, like that language you should not use it. In a very politeness. Politeness is very much important. We respect everybody. So you go and talk to him. He was very hesitant. The first thing what we have to learn is that being straightforward, but in a very subtle manner, not being aggressive, actually not in a tone. The way you communicate is also very much important. He went there, he spoke to the director with a lot of nervousness initially, and then the director agreed that okay, I will rectify 10 material misstatement, balance 6 material misstatement, I'll talk to Oswal sir, no problem. So his confidence went up so much, he was so happy, sir, I was able to make the change. Yes, you brought the change, you found out the material misstatement, you were able to get it rectified, it's very good, it's good actually here. So, but we should be subtle, straightforward, respectful, that okay, maintain the integrity. At the same time, no misleading statement, no false statement, no omission, no negligence, that's the thing actually here. So now, generally what happens, sometimes political parties, people they come actually, they say we have a small political party you certify. I said no, I will not do that actually. Certain clients, I maintain a distance, politicians I maintain a distance actually here. Because I don't know, first thing what will happen is that, okay, you take up the case actually here. So don't tell yes to all types of client. Yes, we will take all types of work. Yes man, yes. Don't be a yes man. You also try to gauge the client actually here. That's the thing here. Don't look at immediate growth, and that's the thing here. And they sometimes you'll be forced to give a misleading statement. No. So don't get into that path. It's not good actually here. So long-term ethics will increase our longevity in the profession. It will increase our trust in the profession. That's the thing here. It will compound our effect in the profession over a long period of time. That's the thing here. I'm looking at shortcuts, then please, then this is not the thing actually here. You have to look at the long term. So, sometimes we need to evaluate the client also. Is he ethical? Is he doing the right thing actually here? I cannot have a smuggler as my client actually here. What will be his P&L and balance sheet? Income from smuggling 20 crores. Income from sale of drugs or ganja 40 crores. I can't have such kind of clients. So, instead of looking at, okay, how much money is offering, instead of that, we need to evaluate, okay, whether I can work this kind of client actually. That is the first and the foremost thing actually. And most of the complaints on chartered accountants are on the ground of negligence. On the ground of negligence, that is the thing actually. I was in Chennai, I took out my mobile and I saw 17 missed call, 18 missed call. When I called back, it was CBI Karnataka and they were calling me. So I said, I got really scared actually. My heart came in my mouth. What is the CBI Karnataka? This, I think, in Ballari Road you have, beside this our income tax office, HMT building, 4th, 5th building. Now they were calling me. They said, sir, where are you, sir? Sir, I am in Chennai. Okay, sir, you please come. Whenever you are in Bangalore, you please come. I got scared. I was like wiping my head. What is this? Sometimes, as I was telling you, that sometimes you're walking on the road and the car will come and hit on you. I don't know what has happened. And then I took 2 of my people. I said, let us go to that office. Suppose if I fall unconscious, somebody should be there to take me to hospital also. Yeah. What is this? So sometimes you don't plan all this contingency. It happens actually. You plan and God laughs. Okay, how much ever planning you do, ultimately whatever I decided only will happen. So now I go to the office and meet the officer. The officer showed me a letter pad. He showed me a letter pad. See, look, this is a letter pad actually. This, what has happened, bank has given a loan. They have given a loan to a particular client. Client has taken the loan based on a certificate of a chartered accountant. Now I see on the top some firm name is there, some XN company chartered accountant. At the bottom I see my firm address is there, my mobile number is there. Sri Ramachandra. Body is mine, head is somebody else. I was shocked. When did another firm open at my address? So I was, I said, sir, I don't know which the firm is this. I took out my kerchief by wiping here, there actually, kya ho gaya? What is this actually? What has happened? So now he told, sir, same thing has happened to another 25 chartered accountants in Bangalore, sir. Abba, thank you very much. I am not alone. Sri Ramachandra. If you're alone, you think, okay, my God. But something has happened. But what happened? I became a target of what? Identity theft. Board is there outside the office. Somebody, some miscreant, some idiot has taken the photo and he has given a certificate like that. The highest complainant on chartered accountants are the bankers. Highest complainants. They say that CA has signed this document, we gave loan to this person and this person has run away and this is what happened actually. My humble request is that please evaluate, think of the CA final result, think of how much struggle you have done to become a CA actually. Before signing any document, you just, and especially for bank loan, you need to validate. That's the thing actually there. But you will repay the loan. How will you repay the loan? Do you have a source? Is that fund is being taken for diverting the fund for some other purpose? So we have to be, whenever any document we are signing for bank, we should be very sure about the acceptance and continuance of client. Whether the client has that integrity, intention, can we support him? That is what we look into. Next one is objectivity. This is the second fundamental principle, means there should not be any bias in your judgment. Example, if it is my brother's company, I will definitely be very biased. If it is my best friend's company, I will definitely be very biased. That's the thing here. My best friend walks into my office and he brings his relative. Arey yaar, because one important certificate has to be given. I said, what certificate? See, he's my close relative. And this close relative, his son is going to Australia, so one net worth certificate is required. Okay, fine. You know, he is selling this guy, and he's my close friend, best friend. He will do anything, whatever I tell. Now I was just going through the document. When I went through the document and looking at the net worth, the property and other thing, crores of property, and I said, sir, definitely you'll have a CA with you. Ah, yeah, I have a CA, but he is very busy. Acha, so I am sitting on a road and waiting for you. Huh? I said, I will not sign. I will not sign. I don't know your case. Why should I sign? So he said that guy got offended actually, and my friend also got offended. Kya, what is this for? Friend ke liye nahi karega? Definitely I will not do. Why? I will definitely not do. Behind me there are 10 article assistants who are doing their articleship under me. I will not do. I will not. Hey, you did articleship under Vikas Oswal. Oh my God, that person. Oh my God, his name appeared. Oh, Scott, this, that actually here. No, I don't want that to happen. You have to learn to tell no In a very polite manner, no, I can't do it actually here. My friend was very upset for a few days, but later I made him understand that, see, try to understand, it will affect my position only. Why this guy is coming to me? What is the reason actually? Recently, we were doing concurrent audit in a bank, I don't want to tell the branch name. I was shocked actually here. We were shocked, audited financial statement, the inventory is 2 crore, but the quarterly statement submitted to the bank, the inventory they said it is 8 crores. And then they said that the trade payables are say 1 crore as per the as per the submission to the bank, but trade payable in the balance sheet is around 11 crore and 12 crore. So, as you are aware that as per the new Karo requirement, you have to match the quarterly returns filed with the bank and the books of account. Now, where will you stand? And this auditor has certified actually here, and he's not a small auditor, he's an A-class auditor, and he has certified, his firm has certified. We were shocked to see that. That is why first me, myself, that's it. You have to think of yourself first, not the client. First you have to safeguard yourself. That's the thing. Next one, professional competence and due care. Gaining professional knowledge and skill. That's the thing here. Youngsters, they come join the office, they're so good in Excel. Sometimes I sit with them, learn about, okay, what is this new formula that has come up. I mean, when it comes to technology, definitely youngsters are the people to sit and learn from them. That's a great thing actually here. Earlier, what was happening 10 years back? Knowledge. Have knowledge. Okay, actually here. But now, abhi nahi chalega aisa. It will not work like this. Today it has become ASK. What is ASK? One is applications, second one is system, third one is knowledge. If you just have knowledge, nothing will work. You should know how the application works. You should know how the GST application works, how the income tax application works. You should know how the system functions. Who are the people in the system? Who is standing in which hierarchy? Knowledge alone will not help us nowadays actually. We have to follow ASK. We have to change the way we are working. And nothing wrong with learning with youngsters, nothing wrong with them actually. So you can keep asking what is the thing actually here. My friend who loves GST, who like literally adores GST, morning he goes to office at 7 o'clock. Until 11 o'clock he will be reading GST, and then before that it was service tax or excise, GST, only he will do prayers of GST. Now, what happened, like every day 4-5 hours only he reads GST. Then he goes, has coffee, then he has breakfast, then meeting starts actually like that. We had some issues in GST, we were not able to find out, that's the thing actually. So now, 7-8 days I and my articles were having a brainstorming, this can happen, that can happen, we don't know. I called up my friend, I said, yeah, this is a GST issue, hey, go check volume number 1, page number 37, second paragraph, you read this, you can apply, you get it. My God, what is this? The secret of success is focusing on few things, only few things, not many things. That will not give success, only few things. That's the secret of success. I want to specialize in financial reporting, I want to specialize in audit, I want to specialize in GST, taxes. That will not work out. Today, we have to only specialize in one area, and that one area alone will help us. The way artificial intelligence is developing, the way the chat GPT and other things we are seeing around us actually here. One thing I can tell you that only with good knowledge, ASK, application system and knowledge, we can beat the system. Otherwise, the system will override us. That's the thing here. We should be known for our knowledge in one or two subjects. That's it, not beyond that. So, gaining professional competence and due care, that is the first thing. Next one, confidentiality. The fourth principle is all about the confidentiality. Until the client gives us permission, we should not share the information with anybody. That is, we maintain the confidentiality about the client. There is a candle manufacturer and the auditor visits him, like say, an auditor comes to know who is supplier, from where he purchases the wax for manufacturing the candle. It is from Malaysia. From where he purchases the thread for the manufacturing of candle, it is from Tirupur. From where he purchases the machinery to manufacture candle, it is Delhi. He comes to know about all these things. And look at the way, what he does actually here, he, after a few months, he starts a candle factory, and look at the way he starts a candle factory opposite to the client's business. That's the thing actually, opposite the client business. So he starts the candle factory. What happens is, opposite the client's business. The client one day he sees the CA, "Arey, sir, you are here." No, I am the auditor of this company, but actually he's not the auditor, he is the owner. He starts in the spouse name or something. Now workers there, they became friends and they say, no, your auditor only is the owner. That's the thing. The client confronts the auditor that how can you do like this? Recently, because 2-3 competitors they filed, we have actually here. One person came to me, told that you give me the details of who are his suppliers. I said I will not give it. No, your GST returns are there. No, I will not do. I will definitely not give you. Do whatever you want. It is unethical. If we do something, that's it actually. It's extremely unethical. We have to maintain the confidentiality. That's the thing actually. KA12Z0253, KA12, please sir. The next one, my dear professional members, is professional behavior. Professional behavior. You should comply with all laws and regulations, avoid conduct which brings discredit to the profession. That's the thing here. Now, who prints the currency note in India? RBI. One CA entered into competition with RBI. What does it mean? Our son is also printing currency note with the RBI. Look at, he's giving competition to RBI. And now this is a discredit to the profession. It is bringing discredit to the profession. That's the thing actually here. So, let us not do something which our profession gets affected. That's the thing. Giving a wrong advertisement, fake advertisement, giving wrong information. All these aspects are important. That is professional behavior. I met one CA, senior CA. Moment he talks actually here, only Samskrita will come out of his mouth. Means he uses only golden words or something. And I said, sir, this is not whatever, I definitely respect your knowledge. But the moment you open your mouth, you're coming out with only golden words. So that's not acceptable. One complaint by an article, that's it, you're gone, sir. Career is gone. That's it. So, please understand that everybody should follow us, everybody should think that we are a role model, and in that way, we have to conduct our profession. That is what we should be as a professional. So, we should maintain that dignity of profession. In Bombay, one CA went to drop his daughter. CA age is around 51 years. His daughter age is around 18 or 20 years. He went to drop the daughter to the college. Now, their daughter's friend is there. So the CA became super impressed by the daughter's friend. And what happened is that every day he's coming wearing t-shirt, jeans, and he's bringing some gifts for this girl. Pervert. You can call him as a pervert. Now, what happened? In these matters, mother of that girl will be very intelligent. The mother said, who is giving you so many gifts? What is this? No, uncle, my friend, father is bringing gift. He's giving you iPhone. How come he's giving you iPhone and other things? So mother got that something is wrong here. Now mother had 3 brothers. She said, she told her brothers that, see, this is something is happening actually. Now they observed the CA for 1 or 2 days. And then what happened? They did Indian Dharma. First they did Indian Dharma. What is Indian Dharma? Caught him, beat him left and right, Sri Ramachandra. On the road they beat him, they took him to the police station, and somebody advised him that complain to CA Institute also. CA Institute also they filed a complaint. Now in the newspaper what it was reported. Now it is not Mr. X is stalking a girl. So he was caught. No, chartered accountant is stalking a girl. This is how the media will report. Why? Nothing wrong with that information, no? This kind of behavior action, they bring discredit to the profession, whether in personal life or whether in professional life. Now, that's why they have brought in even other misconduct. Means, suppose say there is a dowry case on a chartered accountant, that's it, gone. You can file a complaint in CA Institute also, that's it. That is a dowry case at least, or demanding dowry. Now what CA Institute will do? They have to take action. They need to take action. You have to be a role model. You cannot do anything in your personal life and say, no, this is my personal life, I draw. No, nothing doing. Action will be taken. Anything for that matter. Person is giving a bribe or taking a bribe, something, whatever it is actually, you're committing a fraud, forgery, whatever it is, action will be taken. So, CA has to maintain that professional behavior. It should be dignified role. That's the thing. An example, coming on time. Example, telling sorry, no, I did not do the work. Humility to be maintained. These kind of aspects are to be maintained. That's the thing actually here. One firm was there. There were like 3 partners, A, B, C. and their financial statement were they had lot of audits. So what happened? C, who had one of his friend. So he was asking, say suppose D is a friend. He was asking D, you sign the financial statement. So they were saying, they're having excess audits, okay, chalo, we outsource to some other person. You are doing the audit, but the signing will be done by D. ABC was a very big firm. C and D were like classmates, like in CA final classes sitting together, and like, okay, he's referring some cases to D. Now what happened? One case came for scrutiny, which was signed by D. D had signed a financial statement. Case came for scrutiny. Now this A, who is a senior partner, he stands in front of the income tax officer. Income tax officer is a newly qualified IRS lady that is around 27-28-year-old. He's throwing with lot of arrogance paper on the table. Come on, tell me, pass the assessment order. Immediately pass the assessment order. How much you want to tell me? The lady, first of all, she's stunned. Recently she joined. She was stunned. What is this? Then she gained her composure and she said, you first get out of my office. First you get out of my office. CA was stunned because he's a very reputed big person. He said, first you go out of my office. And then the next day, the second partner B came, madam, where is Mr. A? How much arrogance is showing? This much arrogance is showing. Do what? See what I will do. She started checking the tally, this thing, scrutinizing the account, day in, day out, she's scrutinizing the account. On one particular day, there is one negative balance. One negative balance, say minus 400 rupees, some negative balance is there. How can this can be a negative balance? How can you sign this financial having a negative balance, cash balance? How can you sign it? No, I want to take action. She filed a complaint in CA Institute, thinking that action will be taken on A, but who had to pay the price? D had to pay the price actually, because D had signed the financial statement. So sometimes what happens actually here, most of the cases now are coming up on base of what come on enmity. I don't like that person. You cannot antagonize anybody. That's a problem nowadays actually. You cannot make anybody angry around you. That's the thing actually. CA Institute says that complaint we have received. We have to look into it. We have to take action. CA Institute also cannot do anything because it's a constitutional body. They have to act on that action. One of your members have done like this. What CA Institute will do? 30th December. Painful moment in my friend's life. He got a divorce decree. He separated from his wife. And then 31st December, complaint is filed in CA Institute that this guy is practicing otherwise actually. He's not having an ethical practice. The ex-spouse filing a complaint on the ex-husband that this is what he's doing. He's not practicing in an ethical manner. Amma, tai, siktala divorce. You go this side, they will go this side. Go. No. Bidala, you bidala. He has to pay the price. He will pay the price. You cannot antagonize anybody. That's a problem actually here. So that is why you have to be very, very careful. And my friend called me, he told, because this has happened, that has happened. One side, divorce decree itself is extremely painful. Separation. And second side is having the CA Institute sword on your neck actually. I said, you relax, it will take 4-5 years. 4-5 years, sir. What wrong I have done? Nothing, it will take that much time only. 4-5 years. Either you accept the situation, prepare the documents, give it to CA Institute, or you have tension, get BP, sugar, everything actually here. It will take that much time, definitely it will take. It is not easy. It is not like say fast process, it will take time. 3-4 years it will take time. So finally, I told you accept the situation. Don't worry, nothing will happen. You have not done anything wrong, but you have to submit the document. An institute person himself is asking. Lady's name is mentioned because the complainant name will come. It will be mentioned. And they themselves are asking that is he an ex-spouse or something. Now, this is one list that has been added actually here. First is bankers, second one is regulators like income tax, GST office, and third is now this ex-spouse or somebody who's angry with you or a client also for that matter. That is why you have to keep your documentation, your working papers all proper. That's the thing here. The first and the foremost thing is that 5 things which we need to look into is that 5 fundamental principles, that is integrity, confidentiality, objectivity, professional competence in due care, and professional behavior. Please don't be a yes man. I am expert in transfer pricing. I can do this, I can do that. And telling the false information and getting the work assignment, that will not help us anymore. If you have competence, then definitely that work will come to you based on your knowledge and expertise. Now, what are the threats to the fundamental principle? Let us try to understand the 5 threats to the fundamental principle. Here, any of the members have participated in any drama in your college days? Anybody come on? Raise your hand. Please raise your hand. My request, any members have participated in a drama or something, skit or something? Acha, I request 2 members to come out. Any 2 members, come on. Any 2 members for that matter. We just perform a small skit actually, and just to drive this point home. Come on, any 2 members. Just raise your hand. Please come on the stage. What's your name?
Abdul Rahman.
Huh?
Abdul Rahman.
Abdul, yeah, come, Abdul. Give a round of clap to Abdul. And another member. Anybody for that matter. Another member. Yes, anybody. Just raise your hand. Sir, would you like to come?
Sure.
It's okay, come, it's okay. Very, very simple. Hand mic either, come. No mic. Hello. So, just speak.
Hello,
What's your name?
Vikas Sultania.
Arre, Vikas. Please come, please.
I'm Vikas with a H.
अच्छा, okay. Fine. So, this skit I am presenting just to drive the next 5 principles in a very simple manner we'll understand. I am a chartered accountant, okay? I am a chartered adjustment accountant, okay? So you can understand what is my underline, okay? And here Abdul plays the role of my article assistant, very, very ethical in nature, and I am extremely unethical. And I have a client, Vikas, who's, let's say, Mukesh Ambani. Please come here, because, let's say, now you are not Vikas, you are Mukesh Ambani. Okay, fine, that's the thing here, okay? So now we are having conversation, because as I talk to you, you can just respond to me in that manner. Don't worry, relax manner, don't worry, okay? Now look at the conversation, okay? You have to raise objection, okay? Whatever I say after the end of conversation, I look at you, you raise objection, this is not correct. Now look at the thing actually. Hello sir, how are you sir?
I'm good, how are you?
Fine sir. Then how are things sir?
Things are good.
Sir, 300 companies you are having sir. We are so lucky to have you as our client sir. Huh? Great sir. Sir, one request sir. I heard that you are starting 301st company.
It is, sir. It is on the way now.
So now my wife and your wife, can we make partnership?
Yeah, they can. But there's something required in addition to that.
So 99% your contribution, 1% my contribution. Okay sir?
Sure, we can think about it.
50-50% sharing, but 99% your contribution sir. Great sir. Oh, so nice sir. Oh, so nice sir. Yeah, Abdul, please objection. So I am his statutory auditor. And my spouse and his spouse, we are entering into a venture, into a business. Come on, yes, go ahead.
First one, related party.
Huh? Related party, correct. Then
It's more than 60.
more than 60. Okay. So I have partners, so they will be taken care. Don't worry about it. But here you have to raise objection. Independence will get affected. What will get affected?
Independence.
Independence will get affected. Yes. My spouse entering into business transaction with the client spouse, definitely our independence will get affected. The keystone of our profession is what? Independence. So here, definitely this is a threat. This is definitely a threat to the independence and to the fundamental principle. Scene number 2. Give it to Mukesh Ambani ji. Hello sir, then my son sir, one job in your company sir, You have 300 companies, one company will give you a job.
Sure, sir. What is the profile?
Sir, the CA foundation he wrote 20 times. Pass nahi hua, fail ho gaya. In MBA second semester also he failed 4-5 times. Sir, what to do, sir?
So, laga denge, sir.
Laga denge, sir. Okay, sir. Good, great client. Sir, how much salary, sir?
We'll take care of the son, sir. Don't worry.
Take care, means. How much salary, sir?
Sir, how much is your son expecting?
5 lakhs per month, sir. Even though failed now, he has seen so much failure. I mean, he's very mentally strong now.
He's a very good profile, sir.
Okay, sir. How much salary, sir?
5 lakh is okay, sir.
5 lakh per month, okay. Please objection.
More than getting what he used to have. Not again the related party.
Related party, correct. So here again, this is not good. My son getting a job in the client's business, something that is also again, it's a threat to the fundamental principle, but it is happening. Now, what is happening? Almost 90% of the fees is coming from the client. Who is paying the office rent? Client. Who is paying the electricity bill? Client. Who is paying the stipend to the article? Client. Who is paying salary to my staff? Client. Who is paying for my house groceries? Client. 90% of the fees is coming from the client. Will I not be under pressure? Will I be following those fundamental principles? That's the thing actually here. So I will not be following the fundamental principle. That's the thing here. So what is happening here? This is a self-interest threat. When you are financially interested in the client, this becomes a self-interest threat and it affects the independence principle, it affects the fundamental principle, the 5 fundamental principles of integrity, objectivity and other thing. Nowadays, what is the latest ganja drugs which is going in the market? Anybody, can you make a guess? It has replaced the drugs and everything. What is the latest ganja which is going in the market? Anybody can make a guess? And which is not good for our society. No, definitely not good. EMI. Yes, EMI. That is a problem nowadays actually here. So what is happening? I observe a lot of youngsters actually coming under pressure and other thing actually, financial stress, and that's the thing. One guy, he told me that once I qualify as a CA, I'll purchase a BMW car. BMW means be my wife. He is giving expansion also for that. Okay, Sri Ramchandra. I said, you're an youngster, so you should first think of having a own house. I knew he coming from a middle class family. So why don't you have your own house? No, sir. I want to purchase BMW. And I said, it's not good here, it's depreciating. I said, buy one land, it is available nearby. No. I want to purchase a car. Then I understood that I'm his teacher, I'm not his father. So I said, I should step back actually. Okay, what we can tell, that's the thing actually. And most of the people I see actually here, this is a pressure of EMI. And what happens actually here, they go out of their way, and that's the thing actually here. So it's a pressure of what you can say financial interest. One of my close friend, his age is around 70 plus, he died last year. He said, because never ever shine with the borrowed feathers, never ever shine. So always differentiate between need and greed, that's the thing here. And the way they are thumping the loans, dispersing the loans in Bangalore, other places in India, they are making habitual. EMI is normal, cool, but that is not cool. We have to advise our client, advise everybody, and for that matter, more than us, we should also be safe. We are good in finance, but what about our own finance? So here there is a self-interest threat, that's the thing here. Should we take loan? Yes. Only when it is a need and not a greed actually here. And also we have a down payment 50-60%, then only we should go for it. Nowadays bank is ready to trust even 100% of loan. That's the thing here. So here the first threat is what? Self-interest threat, when you are financially dependent on the client. Now second, scene number 2. Let us talk about the scene number 2. Now I am talking to again Mukesh Ambani ji. Hello sir, we are doing accounting of Chennai branch. So why can't you shift the audit to us also?
Actually, Chennai branch.
Chennai branch, your company, we are doing audit. We are doing accounting. We will do audit also.
Sure, sir, but you have a separate team of people who can do that.
Yeah. Don't worry. We will do it actually. We are doing accounting also. We are doing audit also, sir. No problem, sir. Please objection.
Segregation is not. Segregation is not there in both. Conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest, correct. So here there is a self-review threat. My own work, how can I validate? My own work, how can I validate? I cannot validate my own work. It is not correct. So here it is more of what you can say self-review threat. I design the internal control. I evaluate the operating effectiveness of internal control. Not correct. I engage into negotiation for purchase of business. Then I also give what should be the adjustment entry for the business. Not correct actually. I am doing stat audit of the company, plus also I am suggesting that what should be the provision for taxation. Not correct. So this is called as self-review threat, when our own work we are reviewing. The first one is self-interest threat, where we are financially dependent on the client. Second one is self-review threat, where our own work we are reviewing, we are judging our own work. A man cannot smell his own fart. He cannot smell his own fart. If I participate in a competition of Mr. Universe, I am the judge and I am the competitor, definitely I give award to myself. So that is a second threat which is highlighted here. Third one, advocacy threat. Now you are asking me to, promote your product. Now suppose it is a product you have launched, so you ask me to promote this product.
So leave out the accounting work I will give to you. You have to also promote the product to the other clients.
Is it done? Is it? Oh, great. What is this product, sir?
So this is one mineral water
Okay.
from the hills of Europe.
Hills of Europe, okay. Not even,
Not even.
Okay, sir. What is the cost of this bottle, sir?
So cost is okay, sir. I mean, the price that we sell in India is very cheap.
Ah.
Given that what people can afford to buy.
Ah.
I'm sure your clients can afford it.
Is it? Okay. Hey, come here, article assistant. See, take this. Now you advertise this product to all the clients. You don't put money. You advertise this product to all the clients. Yes? You'll do that? Huh? So, sir, definitely I'll remove the board of my office, sir. I will put this product banner on my office board, sir. Don't worry, sir. We'll promote this product. So, what we are doing, we are advocating the products of the client. We are advocating the services of the client. I am advocating, hey, buy the shares of the client company. That's the thing actually here. So, hey, no, purchase the shares. So, now this is called as advocacy threat, where you are promoting the products, the services, the shares, the securities of the client. That is advocacy threat. You're telling the people, no, buy this product, buy this, buy that. That's the thing here. Again, next one. The fourth one, familiarity threat. Now, familiarity threat, what has happened? Sometimes we observe the client's daughter got married to the auditor's son. The auditor and client, they were auditors for like 30 years, 35 years. Now they became Sambandhi. Sri Ramachandra, where will be the independence? Independence will not be there. But again, the things continue. Familiarity threat. In familiarity threat, take example, suppose say his son is doing articleship under me. Now look at this conversation. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Your son is doing articleship under me. Imagine.
So how is my son doing it?
Very super, sir, super. Excellent article, sir. Morning 11 o'clock he'll come, 12 o'clock he'll go, sir. Super! It's article required. There are waste people here. 9 o'clock to 9 o'clock they'll work, no output. But your son, super, sir. Excellent, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm very glad.
Great, sir. Sir, this time, audit of your company, I will send your son only for the audit of the company.
You send, sir.
Both father and son be together. Familiarity threat. Or expecting a gift actually here. Sir, gift, Ajay, Diwali, sir. Diwali gift I want, sir.
So your article came to me with 16 qualifications. He dropped 10. 6 are still there. You were just telling some time back.
Which one?
Do you remember your...
Yeah.
So gift will be there, sir, in your place.
Gift.
We just need the 6 to go away.
6 to go away. Definitely. That will be. That will take care, sir. Sir, what gift, sir? Mercedes Benz one. Key or throw on my face, sir. I'll be very happy.
Sir, we'll name it, sir. We'll give it.
Definitely, sir. Great, sir. Familiarity threat. Thank God we have things like rotation of auditor, which is helping us to remove this familiarity threat. In fact, what happened, one tea estate audit got over, we signed off everything. Now that guy is bringing 50 kg of tea back and he's putting in my car actually. Sir, I said, what? 50 kg? I said, what is this? No, sir, this is a gift from our side. Hey, Illapa, who will take this much 50 kg of tea bag? I'm not going to deal in tea. No, sir, you use it. You give it to your relatives and family members. Sir, half kg tea bag is more than sufficient. Now, what happens? Sometimes you take the gift, another thing, all this leads to what? Familiarity threat. IPL ticket, I'll get you, I'll take you to the match. All those things, familiarity threat. Next one, intimidation threat. Now you're giving a warning to me. I'll throw you out of the audit. I'll throw in, come on.
Sure, sir. Your article came with some 16 qualifications. But those 6, difficult to address. Require a lot of investment. So we have another auditor who is willing to decompose those.
Sir, don't do it, sir. Don't do it, sir.
So you take care of it, sir. You take care of the 6 qualifications we have.
Please, sir. Please.
Train will address, but 6 you have to.
You don't throw me out of the audit, sir. Now this, what happened? This fear, intimidation threat, I'll remove you from the audit. I'll throw you to the audit. All those things comes into picture actually. That's the thing here. basic thing is that we have to address the financial aspects of the life. I keep telling students also, many people also, that stay away from debt circle actually here. Don't get into that. If you get into that, what happens? Even if you want to do rightful things, sometimes you'll not be able to do because of the pressure and other thing actually here. Now this is intimidation, threat to sue the auditor, threat to, let's say, fire the auditor, all those things actually here. That's the scenario here. My teacher used to tell that one door will close, two doors will open. But today we are so much scared, no, I'm dependent on this client. Majority of fees is coming from him like that. That's the thing here. So sometimes, where is our self-respect? So 5 fundamental principles and 5 threats we have to address actually. 5 threats, that is self-interest threat, that is financially we are dependent on the client, self-review threat, our own work, how can we review, advocacy threat, advertising the products, the services, the securities of the client, familiarity threat, long-term relationship, association with the client, independence gets compromised, intimidation threat, when the client gives you warning or says threatening to remove you, or like saying this is called as intimidation threat. One client is coming to my office, sir, he's from construction field, so they'll talk a little bit rough. Sir, idu financials sign mabidi sir, financials sign mabidi. Madila andre aste, he's using that word. Madila andre aste. I asked him in a very polite way, yenappa aste, what is aste actually? I did not understand what is the thing actually. So then he also got, he said, if you put pressure, definitely I will not sign. If I understand, okay, that's the thing here. Sometimes client is so desperate to get the signature, he will try to bribe the article assistant also. He will go behind the article assistant. One client said, you get the digital signature of Vikas Oswal, I'll get you iPhone, 50,000 rupees. He told article. Article went and gave that digital signature plus he took the iPhone and that 50,000 rupees. He gave the digital signature. Now we see a fraud, 100% is a fraud. After 2 days he comes to my cabin, he keeps that 50,000 bundle on my table and iPhone. Sir, I sold your digital signature for more than 1 lakh rupees, sir. Look at this. What profit I have made. What? Sir, 600 rupees, sir. 600 rupees a digital signature. See what margin I have done. I was so angry actually here. I shouted on him. I said, what is this? People like you should not be there in my office. Another thing, this, that. I blasted him left and right. How much you'll get angry? 10-15 minutes you'll get tired also. Why are you standing here? You go, you take transfer from my office, selling digital signature. Then he said this, after that he told that, sir, I've sold an expired signature. Oh my God. Fraud, fool, intelligent, super intelligent. Abba, super. I was very happy. Actually. Then that this call is coming from the client. As usual, client will come. Signature is not getting attached. What we will do? Then we blasted the client. Sometimes what happens, not only us, but also our engagement, not sometimes, all the time, engagement team also should comply with, should take care of these threats. Give a round of clap to Vikas. Thank you very much. So nice. Impromptu. After this 10 principles, 5 principles, fundamental principles and 5 threats, let us go to 10 key takeaways from the revised Code of Ethics. 20 things you should, as I told you, comply with more than sufficient. The first one is what? The non-compliance of laws and regulation. Now the lawmaker is very strict that non-compliance, see there are 2 types of non-compliance. One which has a direct effect on the financial statement, one which does not have a direct effect on the financial statement. Example, say the client does not comply with Schedule 3. Client does not comply with Schedule 3. It's a non-compliance which is having a direct effect on the financial statement. You should straight away qualify. Other day I was telling some 5-6 CAs in our apartment, we were talking. I told that the client has not prepared aging schedule. I gave a qualification, non-compliance of Schedule 3. Then the client has not aging schedule for trade payable, trade receivable. That ratios he has not given. I said, they were all looking at me. Sir, you qualified? Yes, what shall we do? We have to give qualification. Now, the other one CA was saying that I went to the senior partner, I told that they have not prepared aging schedule, they have not prepared ratios. So, senior partner said, you only prepare it. Arey, what is this? So, we were doing our own self-review threat. It's a completely self-review threat. So I said I gave qualification. That's the thing actually. So now, why are we scared to give qualification? We have to safeguard our interests first. What we can tell, see, this is a format given by the government, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, you follow this. Now, accountant says, no, I don't know, which is MSME. If it is, you don't know, I will not take the risk. Me first, myself, I have to safeguard my interest. And what is the financial impact? Yes, presentation disclosure goes for a toss. That's it. Recently, one case, repairs and maintenance. Because in Schedule 3, 1% of the revenue, you have to make a separate segregation of the item. Because repairs and maintenance was shown together, they say it's a misconduct. They have not followed Schedule 3. Repairs and maintenance. Repairs is something which is like say, maintenance is like something preventive in nature, and repairs is something which comes once the contingency happens. It has to be shown separately. Now, on what issue you may get, you don't know actually here. Better to take a stand and qualify. That's the thing here. Now here, first one, no clerk. No clerk means non-compliance of laws and regulation. What code of ethics says that if you come across a non-compliance of laws and regulation, which is not related to financial statement, then also you please escalate to the higher authority. That's it. You just escalate to the higher authority. It may be related to fraud, corruption, money laundering, anything for that matter. You just write a mail and escalate to the higher authority. Whether they take action or not actually here. Because what happens is that there is a non-compliance which has a financial impact on your financial reporting. Definitely you give a qualified opinion. For example, provision for taxation is not made. It's having a direct impact on the financial reporting. But suppose say, take example of a situation where there is a child labor. A child labor will not have a direct impact on financial reporting. Or violation of environmental law, that will not have a direct impact on the financial reporting. Now in such case, what is the duty of the chartered accountant, whether in practice or industry? Only one thing, escalate to the higher authority. Just do the escalation. That is what they are trying to say. So any kind of non-compliance you come across, you should not think, okay, this is not impacting my financial statement, I should not be bothered. No, you have to escalate to the higher authority. So now that's what. So section 260, 360 of Code of Ethics highlights about that. If there is a non-compliance of laws and regulation, first understand the matter, address the matter, seek advice, determine action needed. But the most important step is that disclose the concerned authority and ensure that there is a proper documentation made for non-compliance of laws and regulation. This is the first key takeaway from the Code of Ethics. Second one, KYC. KYC, what happens is that who is that client, who are the directors, what is the PAN number. We are actually not bothered about, okay, what is the client profile actually here. We have to do profiling of the client, must and mandatory. Start asking the client actually here, okay, what is your address and other thing. I gave you an example earlier that because the tax consultant brought the financial statement, the CA signed, and the ED is asking the chartered accountant that who is the director, are you aware who is the director, who is the accountant? He does not have any answer. He does not have any answer at all. Now such kind of situation should not arise. So better to comply with what come on, KYC norms, know your client norms, that's the thing actually. So the first and the foremost thing is that if any non-compliance of laws and regulation, any non-compliance for that matter, it's your duty as an auditor to escalate to the higher authority, whether it is having an impact on financial statement or not. Second thing is that KYC, that is know your client, make a register, maintain a register that who is the client, what is the address, what is the SIN number of the company, PAN number of the company, PAN of the director details. Profiling of the client has to be done. The third one is the fees. Now, whether we can quote any amount of fees actually, whether the fees can be quoted any amount, that's the thing actually here. Yes, whether we can quote any fees? Answer is yes. Institute says that you can quote any fees. A complaint was filed on a chartered accountant that is quoting high fees. The complaint was squashed because any amount of fees you can quote depending upon your, as I told you, your overheads, margin, taking that into consideration, the number of hours spent by skilled staff, unskilled staff. So any amount of fees can be quoted. Then can we quote lower fees to get a audit work? Actually answer is yes. So any lower fees, higher fees, any fees you can be quoting for that matter, that's the thing. Now, earlier I was telling you that I was so scared when I started practice. I was thinking that if I quote high fees, client will run away. If I quote low fees, I will suffer a lot. So all these things were running actually here. Then okay, look at the status of the person. Same person for PAN, one person will pay 200 rupees, one person will pay 2000 rupees. So look at the status of the person, look at the paying capacity. But all these things are all short term, like a band-aid approach. It will not work out actually here. You have to see what is your overheads plus a reasonable margin for quoting the fees. That's the thing here. Now, can I charge fees on percentage basis or success fee basis actually here? If I win the appeal, my fees will be 5 lakhs. If I lose the appeal, my fees will be 1 lakh. Our percentage of turnover answer is no. This directly affects the independence of the auditor. It directly affects the thing here. In more than 2 decades, I understood that why some CAs are extremely successful, why some CAs are not able to achieve that success. What is the reason actually here? I kept on meeting so many chartered accountants. Why this CA is so successful, and why this certain set of CA, okay, that they make that average income. But what is the reason actually? Why? Because both of them have same knowledge. Now, what they found, what this extremely successful CA found is that one is that how to increase the revenue or profit of the client. How to increase the revenue or profit of the client. Oh, are we cooking the books or something? No, that's not the thing actually here. I think Qatar 2022 World Cup was being hosted by Qatar in 2022. How many of you fan of soccer, football? Yes. So yeah, like that Qatar. So what happened is that a lot of opportunities started coming in Qatar because Qatar started opening up in various things. So some clients we told that why don't you start import-export business, and that's the thing here. The moment the client sees that this year turnover was 10 crore and next year it becomes 20 crore. Now, if you ask the client, okay, pay me this much fees, he will definitely pay. He will not argue with you. How to increase the turnover? There are many schemes, subsidy schemes of the government which most of us also don't know. We don't look into those schemes and other thing. And if we advise the client, no, if you follow this, if you construct a solar plant, actually this much 30% subsidy you get, this much subsidy you get. If you start advising, what happens actually, client will appreciate that. No, GST return 1000 rupees, so 800 rupees charge ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕಪೇಟೆಲ್ 400 rupees. I am coming out of Chennai, one hotel, opposite of the hotel is written GST return per month 49 rupees per month. Sri Ramachandra. That the same thing would have happened with salaried cases actually. Like the salaried cases actually here per return 49 rupees. One CA he was charging 500 rupees. They said no, the consultant was charging 49 rupees. Like that argument we don't want. We don't want to get into that. The first thing of a very successful CA will be that how to increase the turnover, how to increase the profit. It's the same way those CAs who are working in industry, how the company turnover can be increased. If you advise that line, nothing like that. Second thing, how to reduce the pain of the client. One CA was sharing this incident with me. Settlement, one demand of 4 crores of income tax was on the auditor, on the client, and the matter went to settlement commission. So they brought down the demand from 4 crores to 1.5 crore. The client was very happy, very relieved actually. 1.5 crore was very much doable for him. He was very happy. Reduce the pain of the client will pay you any amount of fees. Win the appeal for him actually. Get the case, he will do anything for him. That's the thing actually. Any fees you charge, definitely he'll pay you. That's the thing here. So arguing on the audit fees last year was this much, then GST return is this much, accounting should be this. That will not help us. That will definitely not help us actually to grow in our profession. We have to look into this avenue. That's the thing here. And third one is reducing the cost of the client. How can you cut down your cost of operating the business? You can remove these people, or you can cut down the cost. One client had taken 2 properties on rent. I said, why don't you remove that one property? Why are you having two properties? It's not making any sense. Return on investment is going off. So, when you help them to cut down the cost, the client will definitely appreciate you. These are the 3 major signs why some of the CAs have made really well actually here. Increase the turnover, increasing the revenue, reducing the cost, reducing the pain of the client. That's the thing here. Other day one client came running to my office. This was during 2006 or something. He said, sir, I got income tax notice. There was a telephone bill at the bottom. It was written, file your IP return. For that he got scared. Just it was an indication. That time I think Chidambaram sir was there actually here. So he was selling in telephone bill, electricity bill, file your IP return. He got so scared. I said, okay, keep the paper, you go, we'll take care of it actually here. So then he went away, the article was telling, sir, what is this? That's it, he's scared, what to do? Kya kar sakte? Nothing can be done about it actually here. And so it is a small thing, because client will get, moment he sees notice from the government, he gets scared actually, what has happened, what has gone wrong. But if you were able to reduce the pain, no, we were able to settle the matter without any payment of tax, the client will look at you with a different way. Oh no, my auditor is really good, really good. This is the kind of thing we should develop our association with the client. That's the thing here. Now, whether there are certain exceptions where we can charge the fees on percentage basis, like management consultancy based on the percentage of benefit derived, our cost optimization services where what is the cost saved, our net fundraising activity. Now fundraising is also one of the activity by the auditors. You can charge on percentage basis. So this is the thing here. One CA firm, one student was telling me that our firm was removed as an internal auditor of a company. So I said why? Then he said that there was no help or support actually in reducing the cost. One thing, if we understand value addition, if we focus on value addition, what value addition we can do? How can I improve the business of this client? What can I do for this client? If we start thinking from that point of view, definitely our practice will parallelly progress. That's the thing here. Now, can I charge referral fees actually here? Can I charge referral fees? Example, some GST issue was there with the client. So I told the client openly that, see, we cannot handle this much complicated case. So there is one CA, I can refer you. So I referred that CA to the client. I said, you can share the details and everything, and he will handle everything for you. Now, so what happened is that, now in such case, can I charge referral fees from that CA? Answer is yes. We did not charge, that's a different thing. But referral fees for referring some work to the client, definitely it is possible. That's the thing actually here. Believe me, if you are honest with the client, sir, I know audit, I know company law matters, this taxation, this I don't know. The client will look at you, oh no, my auditor is being very honest, and he will go by your word. That's the thing here. When you are charging the referral fees, you have to make a disclosure to the client. Disclosure to the client, that is a thing they highlight actually. So when it comes to the fees. Now, if the fees is more than 15% of the total audit fees, you have to make a disclosure and a review by the third party. Example, in this case, almost 90% of the fees I am getting from one particular client. Then, in such case, I have to make a complete disclosure to the client, and complete disclosure has to be highlighted actually. And it has to be reviewed by third party, it means by another CA should review the financial statement and my audit report. Next one. This is very interesting. Fees due actually here. Now fees due, most of the CAs I've seen, including myself actually here, most of the time what happened, suppose say 80% of the client will pay, but 20% of the client will, for example, the last year fees they'll pay this year, and this year fees they'll pay next year. How many of you are facing this situation? Come on, raise your hand. So, and this keeps happening with us actually, that's the thing here. So generally I have a habit, I don't fight with the client over the fees actually here. We know that okay, we should not be using any unpleasant word or something actually. Somebody has a bad time, somebody has a good time, we never know. One of a software company which had not paid fees for 5 years, I was telling him, settle the fees, yeah, it is accumulating, it is going up like anything. So what happened, he was doing some application, it was not working out in the market. He made one application and that was a big flop application. But when the COVID happened, his application took off like anything, and my God, he settled all rent. He has not paid for 6 months like that. He has settled everybody, including our fees. One shot he settled actually. That's the thing here. So when who will become what will become who, you never know. That's the thing here. But the last one, you have to tell the client in a subtle manner that if the fees is due beyond the due date, it is treated as a loan given by the auditor to the client. And it is a threat to my independence. It is a violation of code of ethics. It's a violation. Now we are sending this message. This is very important. Section 410. If your fees is due lying with the client, say for more than a year, and he is not able to settle, then in such case actually you have to tell the client that this is treated as a loans and advances. It's a violation. Institute may take action. And because of this, what happened? We showed this 410. We showed the wording of 410. Many of the clients, they said, no, sir, we will not trouble you, affect you. Arey boss, I know you are in a financial trouble, but now because of you, I am coming under trouble. So institute is telling that, no boss, How can you give a loan to the client and how can you be independent? So please note this section 410, very, very important. And if you are outstanding, you have to quote 410 and tell that, please, you don't affect our position. Next one. Next one, as I told you, independence is the keystone of our profession. Independence of mind, independence in appearance, both you have to follow. Independence in mind means inside, independence in appearance outside, that's the thing here. So you are not having any conflict of interest, you are not affected by, influenced by any person. That is what it is highlighted by independence of mind and independence in appearance. That's the thing here. So you maintain three things: integrity, objectivity and professional skepticism. Now what is professional skepticism? Professional skepticism means you are alert to the situation, any contradicting situation. Professional skepticism means you are having a questioning mind. You are having a critical analysis of the situation. That is called as professional skepticism. A new article assistant joined my office. One good thing about new article assistant is that first 6 months they'll work like anything for you. You tell them work from morning 9 o'clock to 9, I will give life for you like that. Like that they will talk. Because they are like Alice in the Wonderland. Oh, tally, yes, so, oh, IT return. They're so excited. They're come with so much excitement. I've seen so many articles. After 6 months, you will start telling when the article she will get over. He'll be hitting his head. That's the thing. He'll be looking at the clock when it will become 5:45 when I'll take the bag and go and attend the class. It's okay. Now, that article assistant, I told that you have to go to the client place, you have to check purchases are recorded properly, sales are recorded properly. Check and come. It will take 7 days time, you go and check. He went to the client place and he came back same day. And I said, what happened? Audit over? Yes sir, over sir. Sorry, client, super sir. Gupta ji, super client sir. What did you do? Sir, first 1 hour he was saying how to prepare for CA. Huh? Gupta ji is telling you how to prepare for CA. This is a karma in our country, my dears, members, that what you will get for free, advice. Advice kuda kellaru irtare. Virat Kohli should hold the bat like this, like that. Advice kuda everybody is ready to give you advice. This Gupta is not a child account. So good tips he was giving. Okay, fine, what to do? After that, what did you do? Sir, Asha sweet samosa juice sir, super juice sir. We had that scheme in 2012 or 13 where if you complete CA foundation, you can directly join for articleship for 3.5 years. How many of you from that batch? 3.5 years articleship. Members, are you aware actually we had that scheme for some brief span of time for 2-3 years. Oh my God, actually, thank God Institute withdrew that scheme. Because this babies, 17-year-old babies are coming and sitting in your office. One article baby is asking me, Uncle, what work should I do? Uncle, I may look like uncle, but what is this? And one guy is playing video game in the office. They're all 17-year-old kids. He requested Institute, we don't want this kind of articles babies. You let them complete CA inter and let them come to the articleship. That's the thing here. Anyway, so Nagesh, the article name was Nagesh, and he told that, sir, then I understood that he has not done any work. What did you do? Sir, I asked him, did you record the purchases? Yes. He said, Gupta ji said yes. Did you record all the sales? Yes. I asked him. He said yes. Sir, audit over, I came back. I said, are you an auditor? Are you a typist? He's telling you and you're coming and vomiting in front of me. Are you not having professional skepticism? Professional skepticism means being alert, be questioning mind, critical analysis actually here. When somebody offers you a glass of water, actually you look at the glass, you look at the content and then you drink. Somebody will put the finger inside the glass and will give you the glass of water, Sri Ramachandra, you'll say thank you very much. And sometimes when you buy medicine, you will see the expired date, is it expired or something like that. So all these things are signs of what come on professional skepticism, which makes you alert. That's the thing here. Next one. Also, independence is also governed by section 141 of the Companies Act. Example, a chartered accountant should not borrow more than 5 lakh rupees. If you're an auditor of a company, you should not borrow more than 5 lakhs. You should not give a guarantee for more than 1 lakh. These are all provisions highlighting about what you say independence. Even the business relationship, there is a concept of business relationship. If I am an auditor, I cannot be a customer. If I am an auditor, what happens actually here? I cannot be a customer. That's the thing actually here. So that is called as business relationship. That's the thing here. Let me just perform with an example. Yourself, sir. Yeah, please, sir. Just. Can you give a round of clap? Yes. Motivation is so much important for life. Yes, madam. Can you come on the stage, madam? Yeah, please come. So come on the stage. Anybody else would like to come? One more person? One more member? Yes, Vikas bhai, come on. Go down. Yes. Now, just will be spontaneous, okay? Relax. What I ask you, just respond to that, sufficient, nothing. So now I am practicing CA, and these are all my clients. For example, he is the owner of Apollo Hospital, okay? And she is the owner of Taj Hotel, okay? And he is the owner of, what you can say, Netflix or something, actually, some OTT or something. Now, what happens, I get a chest pain. I call my client, actually, sir, so please send an ambulance. Sir, I'm having a chest pain, please send an ambulance quickly.
We'll send out an ambulance.
Huh?
We'll send out an ambulance.
What's your name? Huh? Super Reddy, you're so sweet, huh? Send the ambulance. Now, Super Reddy, you will tell that we cannot send the ambulance because it creates business relationship. Tell.
If it is the person, yes, sir. We cannot, in a sense, see, if it is a health issue, we cannot see that business relationship whether with the client or chartered accountant. If it is a health, I can say, I can send it. If it is other case, yes, I can say.
So now I'm your auditor, yeah? I'm your statutory auditor now.
Whether you are a chartered accountant or you are my chartered accountant or someone else, I don't mind about that.
So sweet, so sweet. Good. But now I'm the director of the movie. So I will tell you. So now you will tell no, we cannot send because business relationship. You tell me, just.
No, we cannot send an ambulance.
Now what happens? Because I am his auditor, I cannot become his customer. The moment they put me on the stretcher of the Apollo Hospital, on the stretcher itself I'll get disqualified. So if I am tar, I cannot be mar, tar, both should be separate. Now, you're owner of Taj Hotel. Yes. Madam, one room required for me and for my family.
Is it a business relationship or relationship?
No, I'm your statutory auditor now. So what you will tell?
Oh, sure.
No. You tell no. Tell no. No, okay. Why no? What is the reason? Why no? What is the reason? Again, as I told you, if you're an auditor, then you cannot be a customer. That's the thing actually here. Then coming up to Vikas Bhai say Netflix. Sir, Netflix connection you have cut actually. You're not giving to my house. What is the reason?
Will not give this.
Why? Okay, you're natural acting here, Vikas.
You asked one of them to answer no, so I was saying.
No. Natural acting. Very good. So, this is a very dangerous provision actually. If you're an auditor, you cannot be a customer. If I am an auditor of say this MTR hotel near our Dalbagh, so what happens is that I cannot eat masala dosa there actually. I have to eat masala dosa with my eyes only. Sri Ramachandra. So we requested institute that what is this? It's too much actually. Too much pressure is being put on the auditor. No, independence. What independence? So then what happened, the Ministry of Corporate Affairs also made an amendment that okay, if it is an ordinary course of business on an arm's length basis, then this can be done. Imagine I am the auditor of all cloth company in India. What will happen to me? You can't imagine also. I have to wear all leaves around my body and come and teach code of ethics and go. What is this Baba has come? From which forest he has come? So the institute also understood, okay, if it is an arm's length basis, an ordinary course of business, we'll have no problem actually here. Now, for example, I can go to somebody. Sir, I'm getting a chest pain, so can you send the ambulance? Now you tell yes.
I can send the ambulance.
Now, how much you're charging for angioplasty?
Depends on how.
Just one amount you tell.
5 lakhs.
5 lakhs, okay. Any discount for me?
I'll give a discount of 10%.
No. So, are you giving same discount to others?
If it is poor kind of, yes.
Yes. So now, okay. So now what is happening is that because now he cannot give me any discount, he has to treat me in par with other customers also. Okay, that's the thing. So I can get treatment at my client's hospital. Madam, room is available.
Yes, sir.
Tariff, madam, how much tariff?
1 lakh per day.
Oh, you. Not suit actually. Okay. Then I go to hospital only. Okay, say till 10,000 per day. 1 lakh is also the right for suit.
10%.
Any discount?
Yes, sir. Maybe for known persons will give some 10%.
No, you tell no discount, same.
No.
Same. No, okay, then yes. Sir, Netflix subscription.
It was 700 rupees a month.
Okay, sir. Okay. Any discount for me?
So whatever I give to all the customers,
Same. So this is what they have brought by business relationship. They say we don't want the independence to get affected. Section 141 of the Companies Act, which talks about disqualification. Example, employee of the company cannot be an auditor, officer of the company cannot be an auditor. Now these are all highlighting, enhancing the aspect of what come out, the independence. That's the thing here. Give a round of applause to all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Then we have what you can say the clause 4, part 1 of the second schedule. CA in practice will be guilty of what you can say professional misconduct. He'll stand to be guilty of professional misconduct if he expresses opinion on the financial statement where he has got any substantial interest. Example, say he is holding let's say 20% or more of the shares of the company or voting power of the company, or share of profit, then in such case the auditor will stand to be disqualified. But if you read section 141, it says that auditor cannot hold any shares, securities of the company, because how can you be owner of the company, how can you be the auditor of the company? So 141 is very, very clear. But suppose say my relative is holding say less than 20% stake in a company, then in such case I can do the audit of the company. Relative means spouse, father, mother, brother, sister, son, daughter, son's wife, daughter's husband. So relative, if they are holding less than 20%, then we can do the audit of that company. When I was studying CA final, so what happened is that my mother was saying that once you become a CA, we'll remove our existing auditor. She runs a small business, we'll remove our auditor and we'll make you as an auditor. So both mother and son will appear on the same page. I'll be the proprietor and you'll be the auditor. So that time I was not having much knowledge about ethics. I qualified, then I understood that I cannot do audit of the relatives company. Can I do GST filing? Yes. Can I do accounting? Yes. Can I appear on behalf of my mothers in the tax representation? Yes. But tax audit and stat audit I cannot do. I cannot express opinion. So again, independence. So I told my mother, no mother, I cannot be auditor. Now she starts shouting on me, what is this, you have changed, you're a chameleon number 1. Result came and you changed actually. I mean, mother, it's not like that. No, I know very well actually. Now you will not. So it became such a tense moment for a month. I had to call my friend, make my mother understand, no, auntie, it's not like this. Since he is a relative, he cannot do the audit of the company. That's the thing here. Next one. Many cases what happens, can an auditor be a director? Yes. He cannot be a whole-time director and a managing director, but he can be a simplicity director and a subscriber of a company. That's the thing. He can participate in the board meeting. That's it. He cannot have any executive action. That's the thing. Recently when CA called me, he told that he was a director in a company. Can he sign the check? I said you should not sign more than 25% of the payments. Less than 25%, okay, we can understand. If all payments you're signing means you're in executive power, so that should not happen. Next one, non-assurance services. So if you're an auditor, can you provide non-assurance services like say accounting, management consultancy, internal audit, then like say whether these services under section 144 of the Companies Act can be provided? The answer is no. If you're an auditor, you cannot provide these various services. Again, they affect the independence. And one of a very beautiful change they have brought is auditor rotation. Auditor rotation is not applicable to all the companies, but it is applicable to listed company, unlisted public company with certain turnover, like say paid up share capital, like say 10 crores or more, or like say borrowings from bank is 50 crores or more. For them, it will be applicable. So rotation of auditor is also ensuring the independence of auditor. And sometimes long-term association. One CA was sharing this incident. What has happened? He was doing an audit of an NBFC. So he was sending his manager to do the audit. manager, what has happened, he has made friendship with the finance manager of NBFC and he has taken a housing loan. Now, can I send that particular manager for the audit of NBFC? Whether independence will get affected? Answer is yes. You should not only look at your independence, but the engagement team, articles whom you are sending, whether their independence is getting affected. Example here, I showed you that the client's son is doing articleship under me and I am sending the same person for the audit of the client. That is not acceptable. So you should ensure that independence is at all levels. Now this is very much important. Section 604, the fifth principle which you should know, tax returns. Now the regulator is running behind us. If you are an auditor, can you file a IT return of the client? Now, can following services provided by CA for the client? Now this NAM and all I will explain you later. Tax planning, can we do tax planning for the client? You are auditor of the client. You are a stat auditor, tax auditor. Can you do tax planning for the client?
No.
It's okay, you can tell yes, no.
No.
Answer is?
No.
Answer, how many of you say no? No. How many of you say yes? Yes, you can do it. Provided what happened, they are done by a separate team. Separate team does it actually. For example, the article who did the audit, we should not be a part of tax planning and we should get the review done by others. So you can do tax planning for the client. Can you prepare calculation for tax liability for the client? Tax liability, taxation, yes or no? You are a tax auditor, stat auditor, come on tell me. Yes or no? Come on, yes or no? How many of you say yes? How many of you say no? So it is no, categorically it is no, it becomes more of an accounting nature. You can't do it. You can just suggest that, calculate you please do the provision for tax, how to be done, that you don't ask me. That's the thing here. So, second one, completely no. You cannot do calculation of tax liability. Third one, can you prepare tax returns for the client? Yes or no? Our this IP code, everything is going actually from where the return is being filed. Can we do it? Answer is yes. But here they don't ask about a separate team to do it. Nothing. They say that you are filing historical information. So in one line they say yes, you can do it, but they don't offer reason in code of ethics. Wonderful actually. We also wanted that only. Tax advisory services.
No.
Yes, this can be done, provided the team which did audit should not be part of the tax advisory service. Somebody else should. That is why I am telling you documentation is very much important. In documentation, at the end of documentation, who did the audit, who reviewed the audit, it is very much important here. Can we provide tax advisory services? Yes, but not by the same person who did the audit. Legal services, recruitment services, corporate financing.
No.
Yes, provided it is done by a separate team and you get a review done by another CA actually, review of your working done by another CA, that it could be your partner also for that matter. But if you are a proprietor, how many of you are sole proprietor? Then we have to call our friend actually, here yes, okay, review this. So they highlighted actually, see here one thing which you cannot do, preparing calculation for tax liability, you should not be doing it. Second thing, what you can do without anything, tax returns you can do it. But other things, tax planning, tax advisory services, legal, for example, you appear on behalf of the client in tribunal. Can you appear? Yes. But the same person who has done the audit should not appear. Somebody else should be part of it actually. Recruitment services, yes. For example, the client will tell that you can get one staff for me. Yes, you can do it. But you should not act as a negotiator for him. You should just say, okay, he's competent. Salary negotiation you should not do. The moment you do salary negotiation means what? You're acting like a management consultant, which is not acceptable. Corporate financing means raising loan, raising funds. That also can be done, but it should be a separate team working on that. Now, Code of Ethics, Volume 2, it talk about what you can say CA Act 1949, first schedule, any non-compliance happens, goes to Board of Discipline, second schedule, Disciplinary Committee. So there are two schedules of do's and don'ts for chartered accountant. What is the difference between Schedule 1 and Schedule 2? What is the difference? What is the difference? First schedule affects only the CA community. CA cannot advertise, CA cannot share the fees, CA cannot accept the fees, CA should not allow other person to practice, CA should not enter into partnership with other person. So the first schedule affects only our community. Second schedule, it affects the third party outside. Example, you are acting in a negligent manner. An example, you are doing audit without obtaining audit evidence. Okay, so like that. So in such case, what happened? The second schedule. Sometimes the client keeps complaining. The previous auditor did not check. You are checking that much. Why are you checking that much? Okay, fine, no problem. There are three types of auditor: Mahavira, Veera, and Gambhira. Based on their perception of risk, actually, Mahavira means he will not look into any documentary evidence. He will sign any document. Paisa, duttu barbekaste. One signature, 10,000 rupees. Give. That is Mahavira. Appa, Sri Ramachandra. He is definitely a brave CA. The second one is Veera. He will obtain documentary evidence, but he will put it in the file. That's it, okay. Obtain, that's it, he put it in the file. He will not check the document. And third one, Gambhira, where he will so scared actually, oh my God, so I have to obtain documentary evidence, I have to put it in the file, I have to check it whether it is proper or not. Let us be Gambhira, let us not be Mahavira or Veera. We don't want that titles. We are, let's say, we don't want that kind of appreciation. The client tells, oh, the auditor is so good, the auditor is so nice, he's an excellent auditor, he's not troubling us. If you're not troubling them, then something wrong in the direction of our audit. The sixth one is communication with the previous auditor. This is the sixth principle we should know. This comes from the part of what you say first schedule, where you have to communicate with the previous auditor. This is like say courtesy with the previous auditor, that whether your fees is settled. Most of the cases are coming on this that the auditor was changed, but there was no communication from the incoming auditor. Other day one client came and told that we want to we want to go for listing, you help us in listing. So I said, I don't know anything about listing. You have to go to some merchant banking company or a company secretary. We don't know. Oh, you're an auditor, you're not. So whatever it is, sir, we don't know. So I learned to tell no. I said, why should I take up this work which I don't know? Then I gave a golden handshake, sir. You can change the auditor, no problem, sir, no problem. Let us be in touch. After a few days, I got a call from the one person actually. Hello, is it Vikas? Yeah, Vikas here. This is Guraj Acharya. Guraj Acharya sir was my teacher, financial management, and he was teaching me financial management when I was doing CA final. Arey sir, you are calling me. No, because your client has come to me. No sir, no. So we were not able to provide the services. We said, okay, fine. No, your fees is settled. Yes, it is settled. No problem. So one thing, my respect for my teacher went up like anything. He did not consider, hey, this was my student. Yeah, no problem. But what I want to highlight here is that very important that the communication has been done with the previous auditor. Plus. You see that the audit fee payable account is not there. If it is there, whether the fees is settled or not, ensure that the amount is settled completely. Then only you take up the audit. If you take up the audit without the fees being settled, it will be a problematic situation. Husband and wife, they are auditor of, they are practicing CA in Bombay. Husband is practicing separately, wife is practicing separately. Husband, what happened? He became an auditor of a cooperative society. So cooperative society, what happens? There is a minimum rotation. Rotation should be done once in 2 years. So what happened? 2 years, husband is the auditor. 2 years, wife is the auditor. 2 years, husband is the auditor. Like that, they were playing table tennis match. Like that, 2 years, I will be auditor. Like it was going on. Because wife was practicing separately with her group and husband was practicing separately. What happened? After a few years, some fight happened between the husband and wife, and he went for divorce. Now, wife, she went and complained to CH2 that this man is the auditor of this cooperative society, he's an incoming auditor, he never communicated with me. My God, from where will you expect this? So the anger comes in all level, all table actually. How do I disturb him? That's it. Husband was stunned. Because wife also has not come. You stay in the same house actually here. Okay, I have to communicate to my wife. I'll write a letter actually here. Go to post office, put my saliva on the envelope, post it. The letter will come to the same house. She will say no objection. She will also put the letter. Now you will never expect actually. You never expect. Expect the most unexpected thing when the things are very calm. Now you can ask me, sir, whether husband also can file a complaint. No, you cannot file a reverse complaint. Once the complaint is filed, first that has to be addressed. no, look, she also did like this actually. It's not a child play. First you address this issue, then we will see other issue. And he was suspended for 6 months actually. Look at the way. Divers also plus suspension from practice for 6 months. Just because communication was not done to the previous order. We take things for granted and that's a problem. This is very, very important. So please ensure that you communicate with the previous order. How do you communicate? To registered email ID or send a registered post or a communication or like get an acknowledgement that this communication has been done. This seventh one, yeah.
There is no response from previous auditor. What is the action?
So what you should do, madam, you should again communicate one more time, gentle reminder, please respond to this. If they are not communicating, then you start off the audit. Some of the cases I have seen that they'll be almost at the verge of issuing the audit report. That is not acceptable. Before the start of audit, the communication should get completed. Some of the people, what they do is that they do the audit, they start the audit and they also communicate simultaneously. That should not happen. Before the start of audit, you should communicate and wait for reasonable time. Okay, madam? Seventh one, very, very important. How many of you get cases where the projections, the forecast should be signed for OD, CC, correct? You keep getting that actually here. And the client will put pressure on you that put the signature on that actually, yes. How many of you has signed those statement? How many of you have not signed those statement? You say no. But my dear members, today, tomorrow onwards, let us change it. Sign it, please sign it actually here. Relaxed manner you sign it, don't worry. Because many of the members are not aware of SCA 3400 prospective financial information. What is prospective financial information? It is a forecast or a projection. So for example, what is forecast? Forecast is for a shorter period of time and projection is for a longer period of time. Now this I can certify. What are you talking? You are standing in this forum. Yes, you can certify this. So, but if you certify the accuracy of a forecast or a projection, it's a professional misconduct. So what we use that, we are highlighting that as per SCA 3400, we are only validating the assumptions used to prepare the forecast. We are validating the assumptions and these assumptions seems to be reasonable. That you can put a line and put a seal on it and you can sign it actually here. Yes, we are doing it. I am doing it in my office actually here. The client will come and say, sir, this projection has to be signed. So first, we take an assumption sheet. Example, the business will grow at the rate of 5%, turnover increase by 5%, 10%. Assumption should be reasonable. It should not be an abnormal assumption. Example, business will grow at the rate of 100%. That assumption is an unreasonable assumption. So whether I can certify a forecast or a projection for a bank loan, for a term loan, answer is yes. Many a times the client will put pressure, sir, put your signature has a value. But the problem is that we are not aware of SCA 3400. I request you to highlight as per SCA 3400, we have only validated the assumptions used for preparing the forecast or projection. We are not validating the forecast or projection. You write 1 or 2 lines and you can put your seal and signature, it will be acceptable and it will not be a violation. This is one principle we can follow. 8th one is now multidisciplinary audit firms. Now CA can enter into partnership with company secretary, with the cost accountant. It is giving rise to multidisciplinary audit firms. We can share our fees with cost accountant, company secretary, lawyer, MBA. So we can share our fees, we can accept fees from these people also. So practicing CA are giving rise to multidisciplinary audit firms. In multidisciplinary audit firms, it's like a shopping mall. Under one roof you get cinema theatre, under one roof you get shops, under one roof you get everything. So this is a very good thing. Means CA entering into partnership with the company secretary, cost accountant. So this is also being facilitated by the new code of ethics. In Ahmedabad, one advertisement was given. We want a chartered accountant as a partner, but the criteria is that his age should be 86 years and above. 86 years and above. What is the reason? What is the reason? Anybody, can you make a guess? Age of that CA should be 86 years and above.
Seniority.
Huh? Raise your hand, anybody?
Seniority.
Seniority, then?
Not governed
Number of
by
audits
the
will
CA.
increase.
Huh?
Number of audits.
Qualified prior to the enactment of the CA.
No. It will be applicable. No, it will be applicable. Then,
From conviction, I think.
huh?
He'll be protected from conviction.
Huh?
Suppose he'll be protected from conviction when he is above 75 at the time of committing the offence.
So he protected from conviction. What is the reason?
That's because there's a law. Under the criminal law, for example, it says that above 75, if you are above 75 and not committing the offence, then you are protected and no proceedings can be lodged.
No proceedings can be launched. No, sir. Okay, so we'll share the thing. Which act or which law, sir?
See, I've seen some judgments to that effect where the associate, county associate, the parties have advanced this argument.
No.
And the argument has been rejected in certain cases by the court, saying that you are below that age at a given point in time when the offence was committed. So you cannot be protected against like a sentence or whatever.
Okay. Then anything else? Now the reason what they gave is that they wanted all the dubious fake balance sheet to be signed by this 86-year-old CA, so that what happens? By the time they come for proceedings, Sri Ramachandra, So look at the shrewd advertisement given. We were shocked actually. They have given this kind of advertisement. They want this kind of partner. That is not partnership. That's the thing here. Okay. So now this is the thing here. Then coming up to the ninth rule, which you should know, is about advertisement. Giving advertisement. That's the thing here. Many of us, we are not aware of our right that we can advertise by way of write-up. Now what is a write-up? Write-up is a resume of an auditor. It's more like a resume. Name, address, qualification, what are the services you are providing. It's more like a resume of an auditor, and write-up can be published anywhere. Anywhere the write-up can be published, it can be given anywhere, there is no restriction on that. That's the thing here. So write-up can be given, that's the thing here. So this is one thing which I have to highlight here. So for example, I think MSSV, one firm, CA firm in Bangalore, they gave a write-up in the CA journal itself. They gave a write-up actually about their firm, which is perfectly acceptable. There's nothing wrong with that actually. So, but can I publish write-up in a filmfare magazine? Answer is yes. Can I send the write-up to a stranger? Answer is yes. Can a write-up can be given by pamphlet? Answer is yes actually. So right there, from 2009 onwards, they have diluted the advertisement provision. They say, okay, at least you can give your write-up. That's the thing here. Now, there are aggregators. Now you have heard of this Urban Clap? How many of you are registered with Urban Clap? Another thing. Some they'll have a category like chartered accountant, like that. That's the thing here. So please don't get registered yourself. Actually, with aggregators you can't register. You'll be treated like a advertisement. So you should not get registered with them. That's the thing here. You can have your name in a normal telephone directory. Some telephone directory person they told that we'll give you rating, top firm, like that. Don't get into all those things actually. Urban Clap aggregators where they have aggregation of repairman, electrician, chartered accountant. Please don't get into aggregation. It will be a professional misconduct. That's the thing here. The last one, very important. Highest number of complaints on CA is on the ground of negligence. Auditor did not provide me proper services. He was negligent. In my view, if you comply PET, now what is PET? Professional standards, there is standards on auditing, ethical standard, there is code of ethics, and technical standard, there is accounting standard. If you comply with accounting standard, auditing standard, and ethical standard, that's a big deal. And auditing standard, I think most of us, we don't read it also, that's another challenge. My humble request is that SA 230 documentation will contain three things if you keep it properly, like what is the audit program, what procedures I applied, what was my observation, what is my conclusion. If you capture all those things, it will help us a lot. That's the thing here. Nowadays, the first thing what they do is that first they will touch the documentation. And most of the cases, what happened, the documentation is not proper. And that leads to negligence. No, because the onus to prove that you are not negligent is on the auditor. And how will you prove? It is only based on your documentation. And as I told you, serious change in the mindset is required. As I told you that there is a fixed mindset and there is a growth mindset. Spouse, wife. Now how wife should be? She should make me sit on the throne. She should do whatever I say. She should make whatever food I say. She should be ready to do all types of work, whatever I say actually here. Now, this is how she should be. And the second set of thought is what? She should criticize me. She should scold me. She should focus on my improvement. Actually, she should tell me that where I am wrong actually. Now, which mindset is better? The first one where the spouse make you sit on the throne, that is better? Or the spouse who criticizes you, which is better? Huh? Second one, correct? Second one is always correct. That is called as growth mindset. When you growth mindset means what? You're ready to take feedback. Or correct. Let us implement that. Taking feedback. This. What can I improve in myself? See, the problem is that we want to run away from criticism. That's the thing here. So we should be open to criticism. I have to change. The change in the mindset is very much required, and we have to move towards growth mindset. Growth mindset will come only when you have critics with you, people who criticize you. They will tell that this is not correct, that is not correct. So at least the problem is that we don't want to be criticized. We always go to people who always look at our ego. Okay, no, is good like that. That is not correct actually. Then you're in a wrong company and a wrong direction. And as I told you, documentation should be done. Please don't be impulsive. Please be practical. Don't sign any document just like that. And embrace into lifelong learning. That is very much important. And being transparent with the client will help a lot actually. The last thing is what? Come on, let us not be negligent. And how will not be negligent? By complying with what? Professional standards, ethical standards, and the technical standard. That's the thing here. So these are the 10 principles you should follow. Okay. So any doubts, any confusion, any queries you are having?
The communication with the previous auditor includes audit of tax also. All types of tax audit.
Tax audit, internal audit, stat audit, concurrent audit, all types of audit you should do the communication. And institute is suggestive. Suppose last year tax return was prepared by somebody and this year you are preparing, you can communicate in those cases also, but that is not mandatory. But many people they think that internal audit we should not communicate. No sir. All types of audit you should do the communication. Every type of audit. Okay? Is any other doubt?
We can send the write-up on WhatsApp.
I'll come to you. Yeah. Go ahead.
Send the write-up on WhatsApp.
Yes. Any media, anywhere it is possible, sir. Write-up, they have given a format. Advertisement guideline of 2009, sir. Strictly you follow that guideline. It is more like a resume of your firm, sir. And you can give the write-up anywhere. You can publish in a Filmfare magazine, any magazine you can publish. In WhatsApp also you can send, sir. Yes, sir, it can be done. Yes.
If in conducting the audit of a company, I question the correctness of the provision for taxation saying that one particular claim is not allowed. And I am later on engaged to appear on behalf of the SSE in respect of that same claim before an appellate forum. Is there not a self-review threat of some sort or an advocacy threat? And B, is this misconduct?
Definitely. It will be as you rightfully pointed out actually here, it will be a threat actually. Definitely. In that case actually you should not be appearing. That's the thing actually here. You are the auditor, then you also act as a tax consultant, then that segregation is not there. Strictly speaking, definitely it will be a threat to your fundamental principle. That's how it is. Correct. You're right. Yes.
So in case of
Yeah.
in case of rotation of auditors, it can be within the firm or it should go to the other firms.
Rotation of auditor, see, company law, what does it say? Within the partnership firm, you can have the audit for 10 years. 5 years with one partner, 5 years with other partner. After 10 years, it has to go to some other firm actually. That's the thing here. Okay, that is why rotation of auditor. Yes, sir. I'll come to you, sir. I'll definitely come to you, sir.
But this communication to previous auditor, does it have to be by post or can we send an email also?
Email you can send to the registered address, registered email ID of the CA Institute. That you can send. Our second thing you can send the registered post with acknowledgement. Third one, what you can do is that you can send a hand letter. You can send it to the office and get acknowledgement from the auditor. That also is acceptable. Now you send a letter and the office was closed. It bounced back to you. Then it is treated as deemed to be communicated. Then it's okay. Yes, sir.
CA firms pay to Justel, Google and Suleika.com.
It's a digital telephone directory, sir. It is acceptable. But your name, you should not ask for any rating. The top reputed firm, that should not be there. Plus, it should be under common category of CA. Font size should be common to all. Everybody should have a common font size. Your font of the firm should not look different. It is allowed, sir. It's a digital telephone directory. It is allowed, sir. No problem with it, sir. Urban Club, what happens is that he will connect you with the potential client, sir. So that is why it's a problem. He will tell that I will connect you with this customer, you pay me some commission. But with those digital telephone directory, what happens? Your name will appear under a category. Anybody will go, choose it and take it.
just dial also ask for money.
Just then if he is asking money, then that kind of subscription you should not take, sir. You should not take it. See, if he is asking commission for a client-to-client basis, then it's a violation, sir. 100% it's a violation. You should not take up that. But your name can just be listed there. That's it.
Orally, can you communicate to the previous auditor, sir? Orally.
Sir, what happens? The onus to prove is on the incoming auditor, sir. How will you prove it in, for example, and that too the issue will come after 1 year, 2 years. What evidence you will show? That is why it's always better to be in writing, sir. Communication should be in writing.
Unless it raises the issue, otherwise oral communication also is acceptable.
If the outgoing auditor does not raise an issue, then that's no problem. But again, if he raises issue, then it's a problem, sir.
Is there any time limit for this communication?
Communication should be done before you start the audit. Before you start the audit, sir. Some people, what they do, before issuing audit report, they'll communicate. It's a violation. So before you put the first tick also, you should communicate. Before checking opening balance. First communication should be done, it should be completed also. Means you should wait for 1 week, then you should start the audit. Then it's okay. As she asked that whether we can, if the previous auditor is not responding, what shall we do? Then you can tell that, again you can send one more communication and wait for some reasonable time. That's it. Huh? Yes.
Let's say you're registered on Google or Google Maps for location and anything else, and you have taken, like, let's say client, it's not an audit client, it's just a normal client, like for tax returns or assessments. After the engagement, can you ask the client to leave a review on your Google, like you give a good review or something? Can you ask him? Is that allowed?
Now that is again morally unethical. It is an integrity issue actually. Definitely it's an integrity issue because that habit has come. Looking at that Ola, Uber, they'll ask. But it is not correct. 100% it's not correct. But orally if you communicate, no evidence recorded, it's a different thing actually here. But if you send a WhatsApp, Sri Ram, etc., that we should not request actually. Yes? Yes, go ahead, sir.
In the first year, I'm an internal auditor. In the first year, I'm an internal auditor.
I'll come to you, sir. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. In the first year, I'm an internal auditor. And the second year, they're proposing me to appoint as a statutory auditor. Can I resign from an internal audit and accept as a statutory auditor?
Of a company?
Yes, it's
Of a company?
Yes.
Yes, you can do it. You can do it.
Is it not a violation because I have set up all the process, I help them to improve the operations, SOPs, everything. Second year, can I do that?
Now, yes, if you see, it becomes more like a self-review thread, correct?
Yes.
Self-review thread, if you have a safeguard in the sense, those people who are involved in your team in designing the process, they should not be a part of auditing, then definitely you can become a stat auditor. There's no violation. If you were directly involved in designing the process and if you're doing the audit, then you should not accept it. That's the thing here. If you're able to show segregation, disaggregation, then no problem at all.
Proprietorship.
Huh?
Proprietorship.
So for example, you will have an article who did designing and other thing actually here, okay? You validated this thing. You can always highlight that the majority of the thing were done by my team. This team member is not involved in audit. You can do it. Perfectly you can do it. It's not a problem. Just you have to justify that what is the percentage of time he has dedicated like that. You were only for the final closure and other thing. It can be done. It is doable.
Practical approach I have for you is, even we have this. We do a cooling period. We say we will not do anything when we are proposed. We say we will have a cooling period and then we will come. We at least have a retake.
Okay. It's more like a self-regulated for your firm. Okay. Yeah. Yes, sir. You have something? Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Time limit by which the previous auditor can file a complaint.
Now, generally the cases, what we have seen actually, like that 7 years, that limitation period Institute has kept actually within 7 years actually, communication has to be, but the complaint can be filed, that's the thing. Beyond 7 years, generally they don't entertain, they say it's time barred like that. Okay, so that 7-year window is there, sir.
Can the auditor sign ROC forms?
ROC forms, yes.
Can you do both stat and tax audit?
Yes, stat and tax audit, both you can do actually. ROC form also you can sign, there is no restriction. Can you file GST return? Answer is yes, because I told you that return filing, they are not raising any objection, any kind of return filing, that's the thing here. So it can be done, no problem with that. Yes, somebody else. Yeah, go ahead.
Should the communication with the previous statutory auditor of a company be made before the company files a form with MCA communicating appointment of an auditor, or can it be after the form is filed but before commencing audit?
No, the law is very clear that before the commencement of audit, So filing of form will become irrelevant at that point of time. That's the thing. Yes. So thank you very much for the patience listening. Thank you very much. Kind of you. Thank you very much.
Members, some points to ponder upon. Is Code of Ethics is just a chapter in CA file for 20 marks. Code of Ethics is not to save your clients or not to help the government by just compliance, but following the 20 fundamental principles by safeguarding you, the chartered accountant, and only that ASK, ask, application, system and knowledge will help you out. Do not hesitate to learn from your seniors, peers and even your juniors. Do not bring disrespect to yourself. In turn, you will be bringing disrespect to your CA professionals, CA profession itself. With all this caveat, we have gone through 20 principles from a teacher with more than 2 decades of teaching experience, especially in auditing ethics. A round of applause for a fantastic bunch of practical experience for 120 minutes. On behalf of members present here and all the managing committee members of Bangalore branch, we would like to hand over a memento to the speaker. I would request CA Pramoda Rege or Vice Chairman to join us. Thank you, sir. Thank you, one and all. We have 6-hour CP one-day seminar on 18 November 2023 at the same venue. Thank you.
Team feedback, what can I improve myself? See, the problem is that we want to run away from criticism. That's the thing here. So we should be open to criticism. I have to change. The change in the mindset is very much required, and we have to move towards growth mindset. Growth mindset will come only when you have critics with you. People who criticize you, they will tell this is not correct, that is not correct. So at least the problem is that we don't want to be criticized. We always go to people who always look at our ego. Okay, no, it's good, like that. That is not correct actually. Then you're in a wrong company and a wrong direction. And as I told you, documentation should be done. Please don't be impulsive. Please be practical. Don't sign any document just like that. And embrace into lifelong learning. That is very much important. And being transparent with the client will help a lot actually. The last thing is let us not be negligent. And how will not be negligent? By complying with what? Professional standards, ethical standards and the technical standard. That's the thing here. So these are the 10 principles you should follow. Okay. So any doubts, any confusion, any queries you are having?
The communication with the previous auditor includes audit of test also. All types of tax audit.
Tax audit, internal audit, stat audit, concurrent audit, all types of audit you should do the communication. And institute is suggestive. Suppose last year tax return was prepared by somebody and this year you are preparing, you can communicate in those cases also, but that is not mandatory. But many people they think that internal audit we should not communicate. No sir, all types of audit you should do the communication. Every type of audit, okay? Is any other doubt?
We can send the write-ups on WhatsApp.
I'll come to you, yeah. Go ahead.
Send the write-ups on WhatsApp.
Yes. Any media, anywhere it is possible, sir. Write-up, they have given a format. Advertisement guideline of 2009, sir. Strictly you follow that guideline. It is more like a resume of your firm, sir. And you can give the write-up anywhere. You can publish in a Filmfare magazine, any magazine you can publish. In WhatsApp also you can send, sir. Yes, sir, it can be done. Yes.
If in conducting the audit of a company, I question the correctness of the provision for taxation saying that one particular claim is not allowed, and I am later on engaged to appear on behalf of the SSE in respect of that same claim before an appellate forum, is there not a self-review threat of some sort or an advocacy threat, and B, is this misconduct?
Definitely. It will be as you rightfully pointed out actually here, it will be a threat actually. Definitely. In that case, actually, you should not be appearing. That's the thing actually here. You are the auditor, then you also act as a tax consultant, then that segregation is not there. Strictly speaking, definitely it'll be a threat to your fundamental principle. That's how it is. Correct. You're right. Yes.
So in case of
Yeah.
in case of rotation of auditors, it can be within the firm or it should go to the other firms.
Rotation of auditor, see, company law, what does it say? Within the partnership firm, you can have the audit for 10 years. 5 years with one partner, 5 years with other partner. After 10 years, it has to go to some other firm actually. That's the thing there. Okay, that is why rotation of auditor. Yes, sir. I'll come to you, sir. I'll definitely come to you, sir.
When it is communication to previous auditor, does it have to be by post or can we send an email also?
Email you can send to the registered address, registered email ID of the CA Institute. That you can send. Or secondly, you can send the registered post with acknowledgement. Third one, what you can do is that you can send a letter. You can send it to the office and get an acknowledgement from the auditor. That also is acceptable. Now you send a letter and the office was closed. It bounced back to you. Then it is treated as deemed to be communicated. Then it's okay. Yes, sir.
CA firms pay to Jessel, Google and Suleika.com.
It's a digital telephone directory, sir. It is acceptable. But your name, you should not ask for any rating. The top reputed firm, that should not be there. Plus, it should be under common category of CA. Font size should be common to all. Everybody should have a common font size. Your font of the firm should not look different. It is allowed, sir. It's a digital telephone directory. It is allowed, sir. No problem with it, sir. Urban Club, what happens is that he will connect you with the potential client, sir. So that is why it's a problem. He will tell that I will connect you with this customer, you pay me some commission. But with those digital telephone directory, what happens? Your name will appear under a category. Anybody will go, choose it and take it.
But Justdial also asks for money.
Justdial, if he is asking money, then that kind of subscription you should not take, sir. You should not take it. See, if he is asking commission for a client-to-client basis, then it's a violation, sir. 100% it's a violation. You should not take up that. But your name can just be listed there. That's it.
Orally, can you communicate to the previous auditor, sir? Orally.
Sir, what happens? The onus to prove is on the incoming auditor, sir. How will you prove it in, for example, and that too the issue will come after 1 year, 2 years. What evidence you will show? That is why it's always better to be in writing, sir. Communication should be in writing.
Unless he raises the issue, otherwise oral communication also is acceptable.
If the outgoing auditor does not raise an issue, then that's no problem. But again, if he raises issue, then it's a problem, sir.
Is there any time limit for this communication?
Communication should be done before you start the audit. Before you start the audit, sir. Some people, what they do, before issuing audit report, they'll communicate. It's a violation. So before you put the first tick also, you should communicate. Before checking opening balance. First communication should be done, it should be completed also. Means you should wait for 1 week, then you should start the audit. Then it's okay. As she asked that whether we can, if the previous auditor is not responding, what shall we do? Then you can tell that, again you can send one more communication and wait for some reasonable time. That's it. Yes.
Let's say you're registered on Google or Google Maps for location and anything else, and you have taken, like, let's say client, it's not an audit client, it's just a normal client, like for tax returns or assessments. After the engagement, can you ask the client to leave a review on your Google, like you give a good review or something? Can you ask him? Is that allowed?
Now that is again morally unethical. It is an integrity issue actually. Definitely it's an integrity issue because that habit has come. Looking at that Ola, Uber, they'll ask. But it is not correct. 100% it's not correct. But orally if you communicate, no evidence recorded, it's a different thing actually here. But if you send a WhatsApp, Sri Ram, etc., that you should not request actually. Yes? Yes, go ahead, sir.
In the first year, I'm an internal auditor. In the first year, I'm an internal auditor.
I'll come to you, sir. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. In the first year, I'm an internal auditor. And the second year, they're proposing me to appoint as a statutory auditor. Can I resign from internal audit and accept as a statutory auditor?
Of a company?
Yes, it's
of a company?
Yes.
Yes, you can do it. You can do it.
Is it not a violation because I have set up all the process, I help them to improve the operations, SOPs, everything. Second year, can I do that?
Now, yes, if you see, it becomes more like a self-review thread, correct?
Yes.
Self-review thread, if you have a safeguard in the sense, those people who are involved in your team in designing the process, they should not be a part of auditing, then definitely you can become a stat auditor. There's no violation. If you were directly involved in designing the process and if you're doing the audit, then you should not accept it. That's the thing here. If you're able to show segregation, disaggregation, then no problem at all.
Proprietorship.
Huh?
Proprietorship.
So for example, you will have an article who did designing another thing actually here, okay? You validated this thing. You can always highlight that the majority of the thing were done by my team. This team member is not involved in the audit. You can do it. Perfectly you can do it. It's not a problem. Just you have to justify that what is the percentage of time he has dedicated like that. You were only for the final closure and other thing. It can be done. It is doable.
Practical approach I have for you is, even we have this. We do a cooling period. We say we will not do anything when we are proposed. We say we will have a cooling period and then we'll come. We'll at least have an intake.
Okay. It's more like a self-regulated for your firm. Okay. Yeah. Yes, sir. You have something? Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Time limit by which the previous auditor can file a complaint.
Now, generally the cases, what we have seen actually like that 7 years, that limitation period institute has kept actually within 7 years actually the communication has to be, but the complaint can be filed, that's the thing. Beyond 7 years, generally they don't entertain, they say it's time barred like that. Okay, so that 7-year window is there, sir.
Can the auditor sign ROC forms?
ROC forms, yes.
Can you do both start and tax audit?
Yes, stat and tax audit, both you can do actually. ROC form also you can sign, there is no restriction. Can you file GST return? Answer is yes, because I told you that return filing, they are not raising any objection, any kind of return filing, that's the thing here. So it can be done, no problem with that. Yes, somebody else. Yeah, go ahead.
Should the communication with the previous statutory auditor of a company be made before the company files a form with NCA communicating appointment of an auditor, or can it be after the form is filed but before commencing audit?
No, the law is very clear that before the commencement of audit, So filing of form will become irrelevant at that point of time. That's the thing. Yes. So thank you very much for the patience listening. Thank you very much. Kind of you. Thank you very much.
Members, some points to ponder upon. Is Code of Ethics is just a chapter in CA final for 20 marks. Code of Ethics is not to save your clients or not to help the government by just compliance, but following the 20 fundamental principles by safeguarding you, the chartered accountant, and only that ASK, ask, application, system and knowledge will help you out. Do not hesitate to learn from your seniors, peers and even your juniors. Do not bring disrespect to yourself. In turn, you will be bringing disrespect to your CA profession itself. With all these caveats, we have gone through 20 principles from a teacher with more than 2 decades of teaching experience, especially in auditing and ethics. A round of applause for a fantastic bunch of practical experience for 120 minutes. On behalf of members present here and all the managing committee members of Bangalore branch, we would like to hand over a memento to the speaker. I would request CA Pramoda Regde, our vice chairman, to join us. Thank you, sir. Thank you, one and all. We have 6-hour CP one-day seminar on 18 November 2023 at the same venue.